feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yeah, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range, cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why they say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go.
Thank y'all for tuning back in to your favorite channel. Pelican BAy Kennel is giving it to you the way I always do. Fair and unbiased. Some gonna like it, some ain't. Like I always tell my brothers and sisters, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit that like button up. Don't forget to drop down in the comments. Big salute to all my brothers and sisters down in the chat. I'm gonna get to y'all in a second. Big salute to all my bulldog and dog lovers from one side of the world to the other side of the world, from the top to the bottom of this country, all the way down to South America, my folk in Brazil and all the South America places where they bulldog, and that big salute out to you. You know what I'm saying? Big salute out to all my brothers down in the chat, my sisters down in the chat. City Boy Kennels, what the deal is. Big salute to City Boy Kennels representing down in that Mississippi show this weekend. Yes, sir. Salute George Smith in the building. Samurai Kennels, big salute to Samurai Kennels and everybody that's going to be rocking in the Digital Dog Show that's creeping up on y'all, brothers. And when I say creeping up, because you know when you got something planned, time comes up on you fast. So, you know, big salute to that brother and things he got going on with the Digital Dog Show. Dickie Foster, what's going on with your fam? Big salute out to Dickie Foster in the building. Hemi James in the building. Yes, sir, Mr. 216. Great to see you today, brother. Great to see you. Got a little bit of dog talk, man. A little bit of dog talk, a little bit of news. We're going to talk about a few things. Home of the Nanny Dogs. Salute to you, big dog. Salute to you. Yes, sir. I'm going to drop that link down in the chat for any brother that want to talk about this subject we're going to talk about tonight. You know, at least for one part of the show, at least, you know, we're going to talk about some things. Ed Volantin, what's going on? Big salute out to my brother Ed Volantin in the building. Tony M in the building. Michael Clay in the building. Yes, sir. Bella UK, I see you. What's going on with you? Represent for the UK. Yes, sir. Let's get that dog news started, man. You know, talking to my brother Coach Brown. My brother Coach Brown hit me up on the comments, talking trash or whatever. So I'm gonna respond back. You know, this is a little respond day, a little dog talk day, and some news day. You know, I'm gonna respond back to Coach Rob. You know, hopefully, you know, you were speaking, not showing your true intelligence when you said what you said, that I'm showing a bad light on the breed, you know. And you also said, you know, because I'm going to respond to a few things, that every time you see me, I'm trying to sell puppies. You know what I'm saying? So what we're going to do is we're going to stick to reality and stick to facts here. You know what I'm saying? first thing I'm gonna respond to selling puppies wise. Literally, I may have sold 6 to 7 puppies 2023. May have sold that many at the most, you know. And I'm very sure that you're talking about pit bulls. You're not even talking about Malinois, you know. And we talking about pit bulls. We're gonna take it down a little lower, you know. Hey, bro, my thing ain't based on selling dogs, you know. And this my channel ain't based on me to try to prove something to you, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just gonna respond to you, you know, because you type, and a lot of brothers don't have courage to come up. But that's why I said I'm gonna drop the link. Let me go ahead and put that link down in the chat for all my brothers, because we're gonna talk about everything is in a pit bull tonight. You know what I'm saying? Everything is in a pit bull. And bull. You know what I'm saying? Give me a second. Yeah, I'm dropping a link down in the chat right there. But we're gonna get up there and we're gonna talk about some pits and you know how the game getting rigged up nowadays. But back to Coach Rob, you know, you said you know, every time you see me I'm selling puppies, I beg to differ, because I don't have any puppies to sell. You know, I don't have any puppies to sell. And when I do get a chance to sell a few, I'm glad as hell high as that damn dog food is. You know, I don't got enough puppies to sell, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? High as that food and high as the cares to take these dogs, you know what I'm saying? I don't got enough puppies to sell. You know, so I beg to differ on that end. And then you say I'm putting the bad light on the breed. Now, what I want to ask you, my brother, truthfully, and I want you to be real with me, when has this breed ever had a good light on it? From the time this breed was created in the United States, it came in for fighting. You know, yeah, we could say in the 1890 something, brothers was in hotels and stuff doing all that stuff like that, but it was still illegal. No matter if the charges was a misdemeanor where you had to pay 50 cents, it was still illegal. Them dogs never had a good light. Yeah, when you had Sergeant Stubby, yeah, he was doing his thing in the Marine Corps, and you had other dogs, individual pit bulls, who did their thing like Petey in the movies and all that. But the breed never had a good light from day one. You know, when it comes to that, far as saying you doing good stuff or you doing bad stuff, the breed always been known as a fighting breed, you know? So that just let me know your knowledge on the breed itself, and, you know, your willingness to say just anything stupid when it comes to the breed. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep this thing going, man, because I got a few things to respond on. You know what I'm saying? I got a few things to respond on. But I had to start it off with Coach Rob, because, you know, if the brother want to get up here and talk tonight, you can get up here and talk. You know, before we get up on the everything isn't a pit bull topic, you can get up there and speak your mind or speak your piece. And give me help me find them puppies I be selling all year long. You know what I'm saying? Help me find them. And one thing about it, brother, you know, I created a brand when it comes to Peiican BAy. I don't rely on my pedigrees. As soon as I touch a dog, before the dog get old enough to get on the chain, I done sold the dog. I never had a problem selling dogs over the past year or so. You know what I'm saying? I have a little Malinois puppies, 14, 15 puppies. All the puppies gone before they're 8 weeks old. I don't have no problem selling no puppies, dog. I don't have, you know, the stuff I do on my channel, it only, you know, puppy selling is not even in my mind. Brothers gonna buy the puppies from me regardless, because they know I'm telling them and I'm showing them on a daily basis that I ain't touching no bullshit, and I ain't fucking with no bullshit, and I ain't trying to breed no bullshit. So if I give it to you, or if I'm selling it to you, in my mind, you know, it's halfway decent. You know what I'm saying? And I show and tell brothers this daily throughout the year. You know what I'm saying? Daily throughout the year. So it's no big deal. And I don't get pressed on when a brother say about me, puppy peddling, because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I know what it is. You know, it is what it is. And if you deal with these dogs, you know how much money you kick out for these dogs. The more of these dogs you got, the more money you're going to kick out. You talking about if you got 1 or 2 dogs, yeah, your bag of dog food good. But you talking about a brother with 10 to 15 dogs. He got, man, listen here, man. We talking about a whole different tax level. Like y'all brothers like to say, tax levels. We talking about a man with 20 dogs. We talking about a whole different tax level of taking care of a whole, man, listen, man. That man probably kicking out for them dogs what you paying on rent for a month's time. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on how many dogs you got to take care of. You know what I'm saying? Then you expect a brother not to try to sell stuff. Man, shit. Like I say, you better learn the difference between a breeder and a puppy peddler. You know, that brother can have 100 dogs selling puppies, but he know what each one of them dogs coming down off of. He know how each one of them dogs bred. He bred each one of them dogs specific weight. You know what I'm saying? Because he got 100 dogs and because he's selling dogs, don't make him a puppy peddler because he know what his yard is built off of. I told y'all on the video yesterday, puppy peddler is that one with them 100 dogs and he can't tell you shit about them dogs. You know what I'm saying? Can't tell you nothing about them. That's a puppy peddler. Yeah, you can tell you about their pit bull and there's the basic stuff that the basic person can tell you about that specific line. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, you know, it ain't no biggie though, man. Just responding to some of my brothers on the comments. One thing we know about America, the truth ain't welcome. You know what I'm saying? History has proved in America the truth ain't welcome. You know, and I refuse to try to fit in with this false brotherhood of a community. You know what I'm saying? A place where the truth ain't welcome. And that's America. Like I say, history has proven it. This is a place where everybody want to seem like something they ain't. Take it all the way back to history. You know, this conversation ain't a black and white conversation, but we're going to take it all the way back to history. Everybody want to seem like something they ain't. You don't like me because of my skin, but you want to seem like you do. You really don't. You don't like me because of this. You want to seem like you do, but you don't. You want to act like you're from the streets, never touched it a day in your life. You want to act like you're a hoe, but you're really a woman. You want to act like you're a woman, but you're really a hoe. It's a big difference. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I tell you what, man. I tell you what. In America, the dog game, you want to be a big dog game when your shit ain't hit no shit. You know what I'm saying? And when brothers get up here and speak the truth, or when brothers get up here and talk about these pedigrees in certain kind of ways, it offend brothers. It make them feel like, oh, he trying to smarten the brothers up. But check it out, right, brothers and sisters? We're gonna use certain channels as training. You know what I'm saying? Because see, when you get the proper training, like my brother Samurai could probably, you know, help you on this type of shit. When you get the proper training, you know what I'm saying? When you get in certain situations, that's when your training kick in. You know what I'm saying? That's when your training kick in. The stuff that you hear from these channels, maybe you can learn something to say, oh, I might make the right decision at this particular situation right here that help me go in the right direction. It might, you know, never know what the situation is, but you might be like, oh, I remember something, you know, and now my training kick in and boom, you know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know, like I say, man, this country, the whole country built on trying to look a certain way when you ain't living that way. Want to look rich when you ain't got a dime in your pocket. You know what I'm saying? Want to do this? That's the way the country built. You know, so I can only expect that from the dog game. What I want to know is what you're mad about, because I say them bully boys taking a little bit. Everybody done came and took a little bit of the pit bull, making millions of dollars off of it except for us. That what you're mad about? Because I'm giving you the truth. We can't seem to capitalize off these damn dogs over the last 100 years, and these brothers come take 5% of our dog, and in 20 years, they making millions of dollars. Something ain't adding up right. No, something ain't adding up right. You get mad because I say that? You get mad and say, oh, that man ain't got a pit bull. That man ain't got this. That man ain't got that. Hey, I tell you what, Hawk ain't got a pit bull. He made the biggest pit bull in a couple years, and in a few more years, the man done, made millions? There's a whole bunch of other brothers out there that doing the same thing with their dogs that they created off of pit bulls, them pocket pits, them bully pits, them band dogs. Them boys getting bread, real bread, you know, and everybody got haters in all their little communities. But it ain't like the ones over here. The ones over here is unlike any other breed. You know what I'm saying? Unlike any other breed. You know, any other breed. Now, we established the fact that, like I say, this country built off lies. You know what I'm saying? Built off lies. So it'd only be right to go to the dog game. Never been right. I mean, hey, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you want to say I put a negative light on something, you know, it is the modern day dog, man. I put a negative light on the modern day dog, man, because of how they conducting they supposedly secretive activity. Y'all ain't the mob. Y'all motherfuckers ain't mob. Y'all motherfuckers talk too damn much. Y'all on Facebook right now talking about some bullshit that happened not too long ago, and I ain't gonna say it on my channel, but it is what it is. That's the type of stuff you're supposed to talk about on your back streets, whatever you call the back streets or something like that. Ain't no way in the hell I'm supposed to be looking at Facebook, hearing about a show, a big time show that happened not too long ago. More than one show. I ain't supposed to go on Facebook and see that, but y'all mob though. Y'all mob, but y'all don't conduct yourself like that. You know what I'm saying? But when somebody tell you, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Big salute to Welsh Combine, because you in that conversation, big dog. I see you up in that same conversation, talking about some shit that y'all shouldn't be talking about on no damn Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Modern day, up to date shit. You know what I'm saying? Thinking these law folk stupid as hell. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the hell y'all thinking. Like them law folk in kindergarten or first grade or 10th grade or some shit like that. Them folk got degrees plus a bunch of technology plus a bunch of ignorant ass motherfuckers that they going up against. You know what I'm saying? So it really don't make it that damn hard. You know? Really don't make it that hard. And like I say, I got a video to show y'all. We're going to break it down. We're going to talk about it. Everything is in a pit bull. And like I say, this is my channel for, man. Because like I say, when they was talking about the Compton thing, that's what we're going to talk about. That Compton deal with the Compton mauling with the pit bulls. Every single article I pulled up is saying pit bulls, and I'm about to show you. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say I dropped the link down in the chat. I'm going to drop it one more time. You know what I'm saying? In case anybody want to get in and talk about what we're about to talk about. Because like I said, everything is in the pit bull. We're going to get back into that other stuff. But let's get into this video we're about to get into real quick. Let me drop the link down in the chat. All right, that's the link down in the chat. Now I'm gonna show this video and I'm gonna stop it from time to time and talk about a few things.
Sent out for DNA testing. Authorities believe the victim was actually killed sometime.
Our top story at 5 o'clock. A pit bull breeder is savagely mauled to death by the very dogs he was raising in Compton.
His mutilated body was found inside a blood-stained kennel on his property. KTLA's Chris Wolf joins us live from Downey with details about the gruesome discovery. Chris?
Yeah, Cher and Court, gruesome discovery indeed. Veterinarians here at the LA County Animal Control Center in Downey have been working with these pit bulls. We understand they have been sent out for DNA testing. Authorities believe the victim was actually killed sometime last night, maybe around 7:30, 8 p.m., and his body was in that dog pen for hours until his girlfriend found him this morning. Sky 5 was overhead as a woman frantically scales a fence, trying desperately to avoid some very agitated and apparently dangerous dogs on the ground below her.
Now I'm gonna stop that right there real quick. You know, this actual footage of her trying to rescue her husband after he's been killed. You know, you can see they put the white towel over the fence. Now, looking at them dogs that we looking at so far, we don't see one pit bull. You know what I'm saying? We don't see one pit bull. And I will say this, because of this video, and it's obvious to see, a Presser Canary should not be mixed with no other dog unless it's handled by professionals. And once that dog leaves your hand, there's no selling this dog. The dog needs to be put down, you know, because nobody else is going to be able to handle that dog outside of the person who raised that dog or trained that dog, you know, to be what they're going to be. Presser Canaries are not the dog to breed with no other dog. You know, them dogs will kill somebody. And it's proven they killing it. It's a difference between when you kill somebody and you kill the owner. You know, there's no sense of loyalty in a dog that goes and just kills his owner. You know, I can say, yeah, he's a vicious dog and he needs to be put down because he gets loose and he goes and attack and maul somebody else down. But when you put him in front of me, I can slap him all in his face and he won't growl a bit because he's loyal to me. He won't growl one time. He won't show no aggression towards me, you know. But then when you got a dog that'll turn and eat you alive, man, them blooded pit bulls do not conduct themselves like that. You know what I'm saying? You know, hey, and I love Pressies, and I love, because I dealt with Pressies and the Cane Corso. Cane Corso is how they pronounce it. You know, I dealt with both of them, you know, but between the three dogs, the American Pit Bull Terrier, the Cane Corso, and the Pit Bull, the Cane Corso, I'ma say, I'ma give the number 3 spot as far as, you know, being friendly, you know, a friendly dog. The Pit Bull, I'll put it in number 2. The Pressing Canary, that dog is a dangerous dog. If a person who gets that dog is not a real legitimate controller of dogs, you know what I'm saying? If you're not trying to be a legitimate when it comes to being responsible with that dog, don't get no Pressing Canary. That's not the dog for you to be letting loose, getting out the cage. No, none of that. You know what I'm saying? Picking at your friends with it on the, listen, them not the kind of dogs you play with, you know, and I'm telling you that straight from a dog trainer, you know, advice. You know, if you getting them dogs and you try to turn them into protection dogs and all that, fine and dandy. Be serious about what you doing. Them ain't the dogs that you train for 6 months and quit and just put away somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Yo, big salute out to my brother Samurai in the building and my brother Home and the Nanny Dogs in the building. What's going on with y'all, brothers?
Hey, Nanny Dogs, PBK was good.
Salute. Ain't too much. How my brothers tonight? How y'all boys feeling?
Sure. Can't call it Mike Farley.
We feeling like, I mean, I'm kind of happy us three up here together because we all three of us trained dogs, so that kind of was a good thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. I'm gonna keep this video playing a little bit, brothers, and we gonna break it down a little bit more and keep talking about it. Cause they got, you know, they got more pictures. And like I say, the woman, she trying to jump over the fence right there to help her husband to get out the cage right now. So I'm gonna hit that play button to get it.
They have already killed her boyfriend, whose ravaged body is just feet away. The deadly pit bull attack happened at a home on North Thorson Avenue in Compton. Investigators say the woman discovered the gruesome scene Friday morning in the backyard and called 911.
There is surveillance footage of the incident or you know, surrounding the property, and it was discovered that as our victim was in the backyard apparently feeding them, it sounds like they attacked him and ultimately he succumbed to his injuries.
Law enforcement personnel, firefighters, and LA County animal control officers quickly converged at the location. First responders say the initial challenge was to corral the dogs into a neighboring yard to gain access to the victim. The graphic footage, which we will not be revealing, shows the dogs ripped off most of the 35-year-old man's clothes, in addition to fatally biting and mauling him. Neighbors and animal advocates are stunned.
Yeah. Samurai, you can hear me?
Loud and clear, big dog. Loud and clear.
Okay, I can hear y'all now. I couldn't hear you at first.
For sure.
Yeah, what you think about that, bro?
You talking about like just the containment and how the brother went down?
Well, I mean, like far as, you know, they keep screaming the pit bulls and the dogs that you're looking at right now. Cause see, I got my boy home with a Nanny Dog. I'm glad he came up here tonight. Cause Nanny Dog, I want you. This is what I want to explain real quick. We know without, you know, feeling any kind of way. This is what I mean when I say the blue dogs aren't pits. I don't be talking about yours, big dog. I know you got a pit, you know, and a lot of brothers got blue pits. You know, it don't be for, you know, the most part certain brothers who got pits. It be for the dogs like we looking at right now. You know what I'm saying? And then they, you know, out of all them dogs, we see at least 3 or 4 of them blues. You know what I'm saying? And then the same way we say the pit bulls get the rep for all these other dogs, certain blues get bad reps for other blues. You know, blue go around, you got blue cane corsos, presses, mixed breed this, mixed breed that, bullies, you know, so you might got a blue pit and then the brother just say blue. He ain't even necessarily talking about your pit bull. They just put all the blues in one category half the damn time. You know what I'm saying? They just put all the blues in one category, and they don't. Brothers don't be meaning no harm when it come. But what you think about it, a home and a nanny dog, when it come to that situation?
I hate that it was a blue dog. But first of all, I hate that they use the word pit bull. Like I play this. I don't want to use the word pit bull. I'm a terrier lover, and from them dogs, I don't see terrier. I don't see that they ancestor from the looks of it that they have terrier in them. So the best way I can say it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and finish playing that video so we can look at the rest of it too, man.
People need to take better care of their dogs. People need to understand that these dogs can kill somebody and hurt people.
It should have never happened. This time it happened to the owner of the dogs, but normally it happens to children, elderly, defenseless people, and somebody definitely needs to be held accountable for this. There has to be some kind of law and order here.
Animal control officers removed 13 pit bulls from the property, male and female, 5 adults, 8 puppies. Investigators are collecting DNA swabs and forensic evidence, trying to determine which dogs actually attacked and killed the victim. Experts will be examining the dog's general health and behavior and aggression. If any animal is determined to be unsafe for human interaction, it will be euthanized. And one man who does a lot of plumbing work in that neighborhood tells us that he has seen some pit bulls running loose in the streets and that, quote, they are not to be messed with. Reporting live in Downey, Chris Wolf, KTLA 5 News.
Chris, thank you.
Now, I know one update from that. I know all 13 dogs were euthanized. They put all 13 dogs down, but I was just, I'm amazed, man, how they, and like the brother, I wanted to put the comment up, just a few seconds ago, the brother said, look like different breeds of dogs. That's another key point. When you put a lot of different dogs together, you get your dog personalities start changing. You know what I'm saying? The same way I tell brothers, the Malawi's and the pit bulls aren't good dogs to have together. They aren't. I learned that after I got Malawi's and pit bulls. I never had that before. I only had pit bulls. The pit bulls drive off the Malawi's energy. The Malawi's are going at, do what they do. And the pit bulls are going to feed off the Malawi's energy. And that's when you get them doing things that be a little unexpectedly sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And like the brother said, you got different breeds in there. Now you got different bully breeds in there, different attitude of dogs. And I ain't gonna lie to you, man, you go all the way back to the 80s. You got pit bulls that attack people, but you don't got 80s stories from back to the 80s of pit bulls that turned on their owners. You got pit bulls that attack people every day, but you don't got pit bulls that turned on their actual owner every day. And I'm talking about real pit bulls, and it just goes to breeding, putting them other dogs into them dogs, man. And I'm telling you, them Crescent Canaries, I'm sold on it. I love them. They're great looking dogs. You know what I'm saying? But ever since that woman back in California got mauled back in the 80s, them dogs been killing people, man. They ain't biting people. They killing people. They too big. Once they get on you, you can't keep them off you. You know what I'm saying? It's different when a little pit bull bite you. You can fight them off with your arm. You taking bites. If they get you in the face, then you messed up. But for the most part, them Crescent Canaries, man, them dogs too big. They 100-some pounds. Big like a pit bull, but big, but ferocious like a pit bull. You know what I'm saying? So when they knock you down, you ain't got no wins at all. And man, they coming with a type of tenacity that nobody, I guess, ever seen. That brother didn't expect them dogs to turn on him like that. He would have never expected that. I'm quite sure 5 minutes before them dogs turned on that brother, he was thinking it was gonna be an everyday, regular old day. Come here, boy. Come here, come. Your food over here. Come here, come here. And that's what I tell. Go ahead.
Hey, I want to jump in real quick, bro, because you brought up a very, very valid point. So 2 things. You know how we always talk about the recipe of a breed. When you breed Molosser or the mastiff man-stopping dogs into your dogs, you don't know what traits you're going to get. The second point I want to bring up is what you just said about the dogs getting riled up. If you've ever taken a dog to a dog park and a dog fight breaks up, not just the 2 dogs fighting are going to fight. All the dogs in the park are going to swarm it. They're going to do what's called a dog pile. And so if that brother is unaware of this situation in his yard and that took off, first of all, rest in peace to that brother. But that sounded like what happened to me. You know, the dog started going at it, and he got caught up in a dog pile by himself. You know, and then not knowing the what kind of mix he got going on, put him in a disadvantage significantly, and he out there by himself. So yeah, man, that's just a dangerous recipe for disaster right there, bro. And you're the mic.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, you right about that, dog. You right about that. And like brother Eric Watson say, the breed been eating people ass up since it came here. All right, and you right about that, Eric. And this the thing I say. You know, a lot of these working line dogs, they're meant for certain things. You know, and that's why you never really seen Malinois and your everyday dog in the neighborhood. You might see German Shepherds, Rottweilers, and all that, but you never really see Malinois every day. You know, on every corner in the 80s and the 90s and the early 2000s or something like that. Or you didn't see Preston Canaries on every corner, or Cane Corsos on every corner, and certain other kind of dogs on every corner. But now when brothers getting them because they want these exotic dogs, they don't know these exotic dogs got exotic temperaments. You know what I'm saying? They act certain kind of ways. You can't just treat them like a pit bull. A pit bull, you can put them on the chain and you can go chill with your family all day long, all week long, and that pit bull will still be chilling and it's still gonna be the same at the end of the week. Them other kind of dogs, they start doing different things, and you just get different reactions. Like, all right, the Malinois, I'm gonna give you an example real quick. All right, like I tell brothers, when you got a litter of them, when they real little, I'm gonna say a litter of 10. When they 3 months old, the same size as Mellow Yellow 2 is right now, a litter of 10 will take a child down. There's no way in hell I will let any kid 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, if you're not a teenager, 12, 13, I'm talking about a rough teenager from the old school rough, tackle on the sideline, the street type rough. You know what I'm saying? If you're not one of them type kids, I'm not going to leave you around a litter of 3-month-old Belgian Malinois puppies or 10, because they would take you down as a litter. They would do all that together. They would take that child down and they would bite that child up. They probably won't kill him, go for the throat, but the child will go to the hospital. You know what I'm saying? And I done seen it do a grown man like that. I'm not talking about myself. One of my partners went in to feed the dog about 4 months old. The dog started jumping up and getting riled off the other dogs. Dog jumped up and bit him in the ass, tore his damn pants. You know what I'm saying? Took the, didn't give him no stitches or nothing, but tore his pants and cut his butt up, and that dog was biting for real. But the dog just did that off of the energy of the other dogs. You know what I'm saying? And brothers gotta, understand that too when we're dealing with multiple dogs. You know what I'm saying? It just, your dog always, he gonna have, you gotta make sure you dealing with him more when you're dealing with multiple dogs. You got one dog, you might can kind of, brush him off a little bit time to time, brush him off. But when you're dealing with multiple dogs, that pack mentality ain't, people don't say that stuff for nothing. Them dogs adapt that stuff, and one dog is the alpha and the rest of them following that particular dog. They can speak their language. You can't speak it. They can speak it. While you out bullshitting around, they talking dog, and now when you come back, it depends on what your breed is. You get that situation like what happened to this brother in Compton. And that's a sad situation. We don't want that type of situation to happen to nobody, period. And I can't even say that brother could have prevent that. You know what I'm saying? Because like they said, he was feeding the dogs. That's why I always tell brothers, never have your dogs growling over food. If your dog ain't game enough to do what he got to do, forget all that food growling. Even in training and protection and all that, you don't use food for any kind of agitation. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe in the food thing. Not going to say brothers don't use any type of stuff like that, but I don't believe in that same situation. Anybody can drift towards that food bowl when you're not paying attention to it, and it's a bit son of a gun. You know what I'm saying? It could be a child that not paying attention to drift towards the food bowl. You can drift towards the food bowl. It happens all the time. You drift towards the food bowl when you're not paying attention, and now you got a bit damn leg because the dog done snapped on you. You done picked at him around food or with food, trying to make him so-called ill all his puppy life. Now all he knows is the attack over food.
Can I say something?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That start as puppies, because I see a lot of people who actually never ever stop their dog, like ever put their hand in the bowl. You know what I'm saying? And then one day they want to take something that they never went by the bowl, because some dogs very, very territorial about their bowl.
Mm-hmm.
When you see a dog who heard the other dogs barking and is carrying the bowl around,
Yeah.
you gotta realize that dog attached to that bowl, and if you accidentally touch that bowl, something might happen. So you got it stored. I'm never gonna blame him, but he might have had enough dogs that he bred that dog. It was like, okay, the mom and dad never showed no aggression, so he felt like, okay, it's cool, you know what I'm saying? And people breed dogs, they just slide a bowl in and call it a day. But when I get a dog, every dog, my hand got to go on that bowl. I got to be able to touch around that bowl. If I can't touch around that bowl, then we got to break that, and that you got to break that early, not no 1 or 2 year old dog.
Yep. You right about that. That's one thing I do, man. When my dog's young, I can go out there and I take where my dog's eating. I take take my hand and stuff it down in the bowl and let them eat up my hand right there while they already eating already. And I'll prove it. Do a video just to show you. I'm a real firm believer of making sure that dog can eat in peace. If it's a puppy that start growling when he's young, some puppies, they start showing their dominance over the litter and want to growl when the rest of the litter eating. But that's when I start separating the bowls, make it where he don't have to growl. You know what I'm saying? It just go ahead.
But okay, so I tell a lot of people this: if I get a puppy and they start growling when I'm going by the bowl, then I'm going to take the bowl. I'm going to take the bowl because we got to break this. Like, even though some people say split it up, but at the end of the day, that dog is taking that trait with it every
to the other bowl.
It's taking that trait. So my thing is break it. You break it as a puppy. Doesn't matter how it go. If you see it towards the other puppies or you see it towards you, because at the end of the day, it's that puppy's gonna be gone. Now it's just you. So now you in this predicament. You understand where I'm coming from?
Mm-hmm. Yep. You're right now. You're right. You got to break it when they're young, man. You got to break it when they're young, because if you don't, you're gonna have a problem when they get old. And like I said, if your dog gotta get riled up over food, then you ain't got the right line of dog. You know what I'm saying? Big salute to my brother Blue down there. He said Pitbull shouldn't be used for bite work.
I have to say that's incorrect.
Go ahead and tell me.
Me speaking on and being around it, you and anybody else is not the first actually set of people who use the dogs for that. At the end of the day, this dog, since we up here and you let me up here, I'm gonna say this: that dog supposed to be able to walk, climb, go work. That dog supposed to be so intelligent that it's called the American dog. It's probably the ultimate dog. An ultimate dog, when people say ultimate, always think that that's the game. The ultimate dog is the dog that you can get to do any job that you put in front of it.
Yep. Now, if and I'm gonna say like this, I believe in a person being a responsible owner. But if a pit bull wasn't meant for bite work, why the Marines use Sergeant Stubby? You don't think he was gonna be biting in on the field? That's the most extreme bite work you're gonna get when you go into war. You don't get no more. We ain't talking about shows and slapping a dog and running with the stick and the bite suit and all that fake, that shuts and stuff. We talk about going to war. You know what I'm saying? Sergeant Stubby went to war. So if the pit bull wasn't meant for that, I know what you meant, Brother Blue, when you said that, and I'm not gonna say you wrong. And I'm gonna let Brother Samurai address this situation too, because I know he might have something to say about it. But Sergeant Stubby, he was used for war. So if they didn't feel like the pit bull was, could be good in that type of situation, they would have used another breed of dog, especially being they had already used the German Shepherd for many, many, many years already. Doberman Pinschers and Rottweilers. This is all about responsible owners. Samurai, you want to speak on that any?
Yeah, I do, man. And as far as the bite work thing, I look at it just like the Second Amendment rights with ARs and stuff. Some people will say you don't need an AR, and I don't think people who are not trained should use ARs. But if somebody is trained and certified to use anything, even if it's something as simple as driving a race car, if you have the skills and the credentials to do it, then I don't think somebody who doesn't have the skills and training to do it can tell that person what they can and can't do with their object or animal. I see a lot of people say that all the time. And the thing I would challenge is, where do you get this ideology from? Did you develop it from personal experience, or did you develop it from being told that? you know, and I'm a yield the mic.
Yes, sir. I agree with you,
I have
man.
to agree with you on that. I have to agree with you on that because my thing is like you said. I'm gonna add on to what you saying is people tell you a whole bunch of the knowledge of the APBT is only one point in these people's mind. And at the end of the day, when you be speaking on about how they catching these people and all this, that's because they are thinking bigger than the people who have this one mind that, oh, the dog is only good to do this one task. When at the end of the day, people pull up and say they can't, but it was a dude, and I'm about to find the article and send it to people. It was a dude who had an APBT, 100% APBT, and he was getting robbed. And the dog went straight through the window. Yeah, it got cut up, but it went straight through the window, and it helped him and saved his life. Because when the dude was about to stab him, the dog grabbed the man's arm. Never been trained on none of that. That dog felt his owner was in danger.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, I tell you what, brother 46 Hound says Sergeant Stubby wasn't a purebred. Now, when it comes to that, I mean, I don't know. We look at the pictures of him. We know he may not look like certain dogs that we have on our yard today, but at the end of the day, we got to use common sense. Going back, breeding to a bulldog wouldn't be athletic, great, wouldn't be good athletic wise. So the pictures might not be all accurate as you look at some of the pictures. Some of the pictures are drawing pictures that people done drew. You know what I'm saying? So everything might not be as accurate as it looks, on the picture. Because I could take a picture of my dog right now and make it look 15 different ways. Cameras can manipulate things. And then we talking about cameras from back in the 40s or 30s or whenever Stubby was in the Marines. So I mean, going to anything outside of a pit bull wouldn't be right for the Marines. I wouldn't suggest that for the Marine Corps. Don't go to no bulldog. If you're gonna go to anything, go to a bull terrier because you're gonna still keep a good lean body, good athletic body, but don't go to a bulldog or what some brothers will say American bulldog or what Stubby could be mixed with or something or anything. But all I know is Stubby was representing the pit bulls. We got what's the dog name from the Little Rascals? Petey.
Can I say something? Because I knew you were going to say that. Can I say something about what you just said and speak on what you just talked about?
Go ahead.
Okay, so this the term, and this came from a man that I met that was in high school that had his mind. I always tell the story. Had his good common sense. People say that, but how do you listen? They say that all them dogs wasn't pure. How do you know your dogs are pure? Because when you cut out them dogs, then you don't have APBT because they are the creation of the APBT. So if that's put like this, you cannot make Kool-Aid if you don't have flavor to make the Kool-Aid. If you just put water and sugar, just sugar water, right?
Oh yeah.
Agree.
So when people say that, but the knowledge of them dogs will let you know that them are picture and the dog you talking about, all these dogs was the start of, yes, they was the start, but they might have, listen, the mixed dog that people count out back in the days was the best APBT. People say nowadays, no, we got the best. No, your marriage, them dogs that you seen back in the days. Yeah, like nowadays you see these dogs, you see marks everywhere. Them dogs back in the days, you can see pictures of them after they got their marriage. You don't see a mark on them.
Yeah. But now when it come to bite work, man, it's all about responsible breeders. Like my man said in the chat, responsible owners. And then the thing about it, brothers get confused when they hear the word bite work. It don't mean you breeding dogs to attack people. You could take you bring in, see, it just depends on what kind of work you're trying to do, for one thing. And then the mindset that brothers have that pit bulls are only meant for one thing, that's the same mindset that got this breed screwed up for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. The pit bull is only meant for one thing. Pit bulls on, and then you see these brothers get these dogs and go on America's Top Dog with a pit bull and do the scent work, do the bite work, do the up climbing the ladders and opening the doors and all that other stuff. Same thing the rest of the dogs doing at the same pace the rest of the dogs doing it. But only certain brothers want to stay stuck in one mind frame when it comes to these dogs can only do one thing. These dogs sitting back like, why they won't let us just unleash everything we can do? Why they holding us back? Why they making us only try to do this one thing? You know what I'm saying? Your dogs don't have to do that. See, the thing is, when more brothers start entering the shuts and this or the that or the this or the that, you start, seeing things in a different light, or go to some of these events where you see how these brothers got these dogs or pit bulls and making them do certain things and got so much control over these dogs. You know what I'm saying? And brothers can't look at these dogs as biting at people and think of how you controlling your dogs. If you loosely on yours, that's cool. That don't mean you're an irresponsible owner. A responsible owner knows if he not trying to deal with them kind of dogs, don't bring them on the yard. You know what I'm saying? I know my lifestyle. That's what a responsible owner does. He don't have to be no dog trainer or nothing like that. He knows that he not about to be dealing with all that kind of stuff, so he's not going to even try to bring that type of training on the yard. You know what I'm saying? But people who deal with that, it's nothing to them. I have more problems with the dog, the Malinois dog, when it come to that type of work than I have with the pit bull. The pit bull training the bite work, I'm not worried about her. I'm more worried about the Malinois when it comes to everyday life stuff. I mean, like, just doing some dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not worried about the pit bull. I'm worried about the Malinois, the dog that's bred for the shit.
Hey, PBK, can I jump on that real quick?
Yes, sir.
Hey, so first, 100% right. There's a reason why they call them alligators, because even when I take mine to the groomers, I'm nervous and they're muzzled. My pit bulls aren't muzzled when I take them places. Second of all, for anybody saying that that's not a purebred pit bull, let me get this from the logical side, not from the emotional side of we know what a pit bull is. The pit bull is not an FCI registered breed anywhere. Okay? So what that means is that there is no national or international entity that can actually say what is and ain't a pit bull. That's made by the people. The only way to be FCI certified is to have an agreed upon FCI qualification, and that all breeders within that umbrella go ahead and get that set up. That's why the AKC and some of the other bigger registries won't even look at us like that. They look at us like mutt breeders, and then we argue amongst ourselves. That don't help at all. Okay. Mm-hmm. So when we talk about what is and what ain't, even within the pit bull, you got Pincer and you got Tej that was both bred by Kobe, and just going off of other people's standards, they say ain't no such thing as a 70-pound pit bull, but Pincer and a pedigree, that don't even make sense.
Yeah.
Like, and that's why I challenge these brothers, like, do your research for yourself. Additionally, when people speak on the bite work thing, man, training and bulldogging are not in the same lane, and they both got their own set of challenges. So a person that understands dog training understands it just like a person understands the box. There's certain things as a handler you just know them. And then when you was talking about picking the dogs for it, every Malinois don't make it as a protection dog. Every Rottweiler and every pit bull don't make it. And if you're not qualified,
and every band dog don't. I don't mean cut you off. Every band dog don't either.
Say again.
Every band dog, because I deal with band dog breeders, because I don't want. But every band dog is not be a guard dog. Some of them just like, so it's the dog. It's the dog. I don't mean to cut you off. I'm gonna say this real quick and then you finish. Every dog ain't the right. Every man don't get the right dog.
Thanks.
So you got to get the right dog to do the right job.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I agree with that 100%, bro. And that's like even with my puppies, when I rehome them, I do a temperament test on my dog. And if you come to me, because people like to pick dogs off their color, which I think is crazy. But if I have a range from 1 to 6. A 6 is a dog that's gonna be skittish and scary. I'm not putting that with nobody who ain't looking for a dog that's just for them. A 1 is a dog that might get excited and bite you. A 3 is balanced dogs. I understand how to classify them. So when I'm looking at that, that's just like looking at somebody who classifying for the Olympic trials. You got people who ain't gonna make the cut and people who do, and you have a council that is set aside to decide who is and who ain't. But if you're not qualified to make that assumption, you're just speaking out the side of your neck, just like talking about anything else. I'm not a politician, so I can't speak on politics. I don't know nothing about it. I can't tell you who running for local government in Arizona right now, but I can tell you what I do know, and all I know is what I know. And I'm gonna pass the mic.
Yes, sir. And when it comes to that training and stuff, man, the Malinois, you can have a dog what we consider a junkyard dog. He trying to bite every fucking thing. People don't want them kind of dogs either. They want dogs that's at least the ones who doing the training work. They want well-temperamented dogs. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like the Malinois or the Shepherds don't have their bad bunches. And like you said earlier, in the breed, every dog don't make it. Some dogs be scary. You can stomp at them, they run. You know, some dogs just be too shaky. They want to bite everything. You know, too scary. They want to bite everything. They lunging out at everything. You know, you don't want them kind. So every breed have they bad share of them. And when it comes to the pit bull, man, it just, you know, like the brother said in the chat down there, brothers been used to certain things for so long that, and the dog been in a bad light for so long that when you try to use them for bite work, you know, it's like the bullies being banned right now in the UK. So any brother that's trying to do bite work with a bully in the UK is going to kind of look bad right now because the dog is looking like a killer, you know? And then you trying to take, you might be the best trainer in the world, most responsible owner in the world, and you're going to do the right things with these dogs, but you taking that dog that got a bad name right now and trying to do bite work with them. So that's what the brother was saying in the chat. These dogs got a bad reputation for certain things, and then we try to take them and put them in the bite work. But then as trainers, we don't understand what y'all see so bad about it. You know what I'm saying? But as dog men, y'all looking at us like, you know, we doing something wrong with the breed. But
okay,
go ahead.
So my thing is, my old head said it to me one day, right? And we was talking about the same thing we were talking about. And he told this one young man, he said, people used to say that pit bulls couldn't wall climb. That they was only did, they was, what you gonna do? Why would you get a dog to wall climb? You know, because you got to think about it. So many years, only part you hear about is murdered by these dogs. So sometimes it take people like me, you, and other people to take these dogs and show people that, and other people, that these dogs have more than one trait inside of them.
Yeah. You're right now. You're right. Hey, now I just thought about something, man. You know, we're gonna keep talking about that, you know, because about the bite working as well. But while we got Samurai up here, man, Samurai, man, fill us in a little bit about that dog show you got coming up, man.
Hey, man. Hey, I appreciate that. So it's 4 different competitions, PBK. We got first is the confirmation challenge, and it's the digital dog show. That's the main one, right? With that, it's got the majority of the classes that any other dog show gonna have, and with that one, it's points awarding. You know, you got best in show, best male, best female, best puppy 7 to 12 months, and best puppy 0 to 6 months, and a whole bunch of fun classes. And this time we got ribbons because they said they wanted ribbons. You know, so it's gonna be a cash app and ribbons.
Yeah.
And so that's that one. And the reason why I do it American Idol style is because this is my thought process on it. The people that vote are telling you what the people like. They telling you bump what the judge think. The people that buy dogs are the ones voting on those dogs. That's why I wanted the public to vote on them. You know what I'm saying? They let you know exactly how sought after your dogs are. You know.
Yep.
And this, not to make it a race thing, but when I was going to the club, the Schutzen Club in Swansea, South Carolina, I was the only brother in there, and I was ostracized, you know, and no names, but that happened to me personally. That's a personal experience of my life, okay? And the way I was treated, I would never treat anybody that way. So y'all got to forgive me, I'm going in the house. So I wanted to create an environment where dog trainers could get together with no judgment at any skill level and compete, and reach out to other dog trainers and see whose bloodlines is actually doing the work. Because I see a lot of brothers talking about pedigrees, but I don't care if you got a pure red boy dog. If it's not doing the work that I do, I don't care that you got a pure red boy dog.
Yeah.
So that was important to me. If you got a bolio dog and you can't train it, then how do I know it's smart? Because I can't box it and match it to look at it to see if it's smart. So training is the only other way to check that bolio blood for me. Okay, so the online obedience challenge was created for new trainers to get out and get involved, you know. Then we got the slap meal challenge. Literally, I created that because my dogs lack wind, you know. So I was like, okay, cool. We get on there with the slap meals. Whoever dog runs the hardest and longest on the slap meal wins. That's gonna tell everybody where you want to go. If you want to get into agility or anything that requires air, those people winning those shows, that's what I'm breeding to.
Yeah.
And finally,
You got the hand walk challenge. That's for people who just got dogs. You know what I'm saying? They just want to get out and get active with their dogs and support. You know, the only one that costs any money is the digital dog show. But I promise you, if you win, you're going to win way more than what you put into it. First, second, and third place winners get money. You know, so that's it with that, bro. And PBK, I'm glad you brought it up. And Nanny Dog, I'm glad you're here because me and Nanny Dog talk all the time. One thing I want to say is I see all these other channels. PBK, you do a good job of it. Nanny Dog, J-Bo, and them. And I don't want to leave anybody out. But there's a lot of these brothers who claiming they want unity that have not once mentioned the Digital Dog Show. And as another brother, I ain't gonna say his name, but every time one of y'all brothers get on his channel and mention my name, he goes to the next subject. And I think that's foul, not because they have to say it, but because if you're talking about positivity and unity, who else, you know what I'm saying, is trying to unify us, you know?
Yeah.
And it's also about the unity of it as well, you know, because I look at my channel like the Sesame Street, you know, I give them a little bit of knowledge so they can come to the other channels and be able to keep up with the conversations. But then when they go to some of these other chats, they get their heads knocked in for vocalizing questions that we think they shouldn't be asking.
Mm-hmm.
Amen. I don't mean cut you off. Amen on that. But I want to say this. I'm happy that you're doing something like that because you taking something that you have to people have to lead a state, make schedule, lose money, and it's probably they don't win or don't win, where you can sit at the comfort of your home and do this show, and you get the same satisfaction of that. Because at the end of the day, if people promote it at dog show, it might be like 200, 300 people. If people promote it, it'd be like 3,000-4,000 people. Now you get where I come from, so you have a bigger audience of people. So I think that it should. I like it. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know, I always say that. I like that idea.
And you say the last day to enter was the end of March?
So, so for entries for the online obedience challenge, last day to enter is Thursday this week because the online obedience challenge is going to air March 31st. For the digital dog show, I start accepting entries March 1st through March 31st, and we're going to air it on April 4th. Now, PBK, I know your birthday April 7th, but my April 4th. So, you know, I wanted to, you know what I'm saying, them Aries, you know, big Aries in the game.
Salute to you.
Yeah, man. Hey, it is what it is, bro, big dog. But yeah, bro, and it's I was getting upset because I wasn't getting the support I thought we needed. But honestly, truly, the people that do support it, that's the support we need. We don't want to beg, and we're not going to plead for people to get a part of it. What's going to happen is all these haters, when it takes off, all these haters will be on the back end talking about it, you know, doing reviews and trying to dissect it when they could have been a part of the movement. And right there.
Yep. Same thing I was saying when I was talking about Gas and Go Demon, though. And you saying last time that he wasn't competing anymore. You know, that's up to y'all whether you let him back in or not. But I like the thing what you were saying about the champions compete against each other. And I was saying, okay, now boom, it's gonna take some time to get it like this. You can't just do it in 1 month because you got to get the champions built up. You know what I'm saying? In order to get the dogs that then got on the level like Demon did 1, 2, or 3 times. So you got you having basically the dog show championship of all the champions. Man, you can imagine how good them dogs. Listen here, dog. I got my stuff right now to condition my dog for this dog show right here. I'm kind of aggravated because I got some personal stuff going on, and I ain't sure if I'm gonna be able to do like I want to do it. You know what I'm saying? But dog, listen here. That dog show pulling some down. You know, it is what it is, dog. You know, you can compete right here at your house. You ain't got to go nowhere. That's one thing that's gonna take control over a lot of them dog shows because you can compete from your fucking house. You know what I'm saying? You can compete right here.
That's one of the prizes. That's one of the prizes he's showing.
So these are the rounds right here. These are 30mm rounds, bro. For those of y'all who don't know, you know, I'm in the military, and so these are 30mm rounds that we use on in the Air Force, and you know, we can print the information on there. This is when an award I won at work right here. But that's what the points awarding shows, you know, best in shows, so they get one of these along with their money and their ribbon.
Okay, that's nice right there. I ain't gonna lie, that's nice right there. Hey, but only thing, Samurai, make sure it ain't live, or make sure you know let they know it's a souvenir type thing for the brothers that's felons out there. You know, because you got the brothers that's felons, they can't be around ammunition. You know what I'm saying? And they can't be around guns, so they might get it, and them folk will try to fuck them up about some bullshit. Oh, you round a damn bullet. You know what I'm saying? Hey, so just make sure it look.
This is them. They emptied out.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. I love to have me one of them things sitting on my shelf. And know what? I don't want it from the dog show, boy. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? The hardest thing I got going right now for the dog show, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, brothers. The hardest thing I got going outside of my personal life, things I got going on, the hardest thing I got going is I don't want to just enter my dog under PBK because to me, in my heart, I'm going to get people that like my dog just because they like my show. That's going to give me votes, and I don't want to win like that. You know what I'm saying? I want to win fair square. If I don't win, I don't win. And if I do, I do. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be judged off of that. Some brothers say, yo, don't worry about it. You know, if you got that, because that's how they do when they go to the ADBA shows. The brothers and sisters who they friends with, a lot of times they win. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times they're the ones that's winning, the ones who friends with the ADBA judges and all kind of stuff. So they say, don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, man, I just, you know, I might have to sneak my dog to somebody else and hopefully they can enter it in or something and you know, under their name or some shit like that. Cause I just want to be fair, man. And, you know a lot of brothers don't like my dog, so they'll vote against it, but I'm not even worried about that part.
Same thing I think.
I think. Judged equally on the win wise. See, if I win, too. I don't want to feel like I won because someone around my boy or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I want to say this, PBK, while you at it.
Yeah.
It's another thing, bro. I think City Boy Dog should have won one of them shows, man. You know, and because that damn John Henry dog to me is him, and then there was another one named Shotas from We Royalty Kennels. Man, them dogs was looking good, but like you said, man, people go off of who they know, not the dog, man. But that's the problem with the community. It has, you know, bump that Shotas and John Henry. Them was two of the best looking dogs in that show. You know, and I felt like that should have been the ones burning up Demon Hills. But you know, people vote the way they vote, man. You know, and it is what it is, man. There's a little bit of nepotism there, and I think in the October in the our first annual redo, I think we'll have judged shows and voting shows to make it a little bit more balanced because we got room for growth, bro. We got room for growth.
Yeah, that's my whole point of search. I be wanting to get in it, but I be like, you know, I'm on YouTube for some reason in the dog community. Like they hate me. I be like, dang, I can't even get in this because I know I'm gonna lose out. I'm gonna lose out top just on GP who I am and who my dog is. That's how I think. I can be wrong, but that's how I think.
Nah, you won't, dog. You won't. You know what I'm saying? A lot of brothers put a lot of great dogs in the show last time, so I know it's gonna be different this time. You know what I'm saying? Brothers the ones who didn't take it as serious last time, they're gonna take it a whole lot more serious this time. You know what I'm saying? And then you seen how the dogs was coming and looking, so you know you got to have your dog looking a certain kind of way. You know what I'm saying? You know you got to have your dog looking a certain kind of way. And let me say this to the brothers that's competing. Them brothers that's doing the judging, they can look at your dog and see if he is a naturally built dog or he is a work dog. You know what I'm saying? Them brothers who really judging it, they can see, because you know some brothers got dogs that's naturally ripped, and some brothers got dogs, you know, that come there be worked out. You know, and it's no big deal, because if you got a dog that's naturally ripped and you can win the shows, that's the great damn thing. You know what I'm saying? A great damn thing. Shit, I mean, you just got a hellified confirmation ass dog that just shit look good all the time. You know, but brothers, you know, just some brothers put that little extra step in there, you know, and get that dog looking pristine, you know what I'm saying? And shit, I just want to send a salute out to all them brothers, man. Everybody that's participating, man. You know, because brothers get peer pressure from one side saying don't compete in this and these dogs ain't this and they ain't game and they ain't this and that. And man, listen, salute to all them brothers, man, from state to state, from digital dog show, because digital dog show is country to country, continent to continent. You know what I'm saying? Shit, hey, ADBA state to state, and they go continent to continent one time a year. You know what I'm saying? But the digital can up the ante if it really want to. You know what I'm saying? And you're already doing it 2 times a year, and that's continent to continent. You know what I'm saying? And the difference in the ADBA continent, when they compete in overseas, they're not competing against Americans. They're not competing against the South Americans. They only competing against them people that's over there in whatever European country they're in. But with the digital joint, you compete. Just like I heard Samurai say the other day, a brother that's jumping in, I think he said Kane Corso from one of them other countries. You know, a big salute to that brother. You know, when you got brothers jumping in from different countries ready to compete, man, that's what it's about. You know, that's what it's about. brothers showing their talent from different areas, and they can do it all from their house. They don't got to worry about it, and they can compete, and they can get the same exact credentials, the same merits over a period of time, because every tree started from a seed. You ain't seen one tree yet that started just, oh, we're going to plant it there. Even the ones that they just planted there, that means they got it from somewhere where they grow seeds and they grow trees. You know, everything start from a seed. So that seed was last year. That shit growing, bro. And that shit gonna get bigger and bigger and stronger. And more, the merit gonna mean more and more to a brother on his shelf. You know what I'm saying? On his dog shelf, where he gonna have the ADBA merits, and then he gonna have the summer ride merit sitting right there in the middle part. You know, because the day is gonna be this. Next year is gonna be, you know, it's gonna be a whole, every year stuff excelling. You know what I'm saying? Whether, no make no difference what it is. They charging us more and more for everything every year. So y'all gotta expect every year the dog show getting better and better and better. Harder and harder competition. You know what I'm saying? Brothers from different countries. Man, we start getting 50 and 60 brothers from Europe competing, and 50 and 60 and 100 brothers from America and South America the same amount. Boy, y'all gonna talk about, you gonna have to find some people with some good eyes, dog. You know what I'm saying? Brothers got some good eyes. The ones that you got great eyes too. You know, but y'all boys better be ready. I see it coming, man. I see it coming for y'all. You know, just keep doing good things, Samurai, man. And down south bottom, he got that shit about to jump off down there. I already told him, boy, he got to whip up that gumbo down that motherfucker, because he gonna see when he do that thing down there this May, he gonna be jumping off. You know what I'm saying? And he gonna want to do that thing probably once again for the year out. You know what I'm saying? Big salute to down south bottom kennel, man. And everybody who got aspirations and dreams to start a dog show or any type of legal type of thing when it comes to these dogs, man. You know, that's what we got to base this game on right now. You know, we all know what them dogs do or can do or will do if you put them out there to do it. But right now, we ain't talking about that. Like I always say, for any brother that ever lost their dogs, any brother that can't have dogs no more, the most important thing that you could tell a brother is how to keep his dogs. You know what I'm saying? If you can't have dogs no more and them folk told you that, the most important thing you could tell any brother is how to keep his dogs, man. If you care about them. If you care about them, I can tell you how to condition them, do this, do that, do this. But at the end of the day, if I really care about you and how you feel and know that, you know what I'm saying, when you lose your dogs, how that shit feel, the most important thing I can tell you, dog, is to shape up, do the right things with these dogs. You know what I'm saying? And you figure out what you got to do in the meantime, but, you know, just got to do the right things.
And you know what? The killer part about the situation is, one thing that you said, actually, when you was like his show down the line gonna blow up, I tell them the same thing. But one thing that people don't understand is,
it's already blowed up, dog. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's already blowed up. It's just gonna be bigger down the line.
No. I know.
Go ahead. I mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
That's what I'm saying. But what when I look at it, you know what I'm saying, for all the people, this is how I feel about it. Everybody, I heard a lot of people saying, well, this dog ain't a pit bull. And I'm kind of happy this came out. I'm glad you live so I can say this. Everybody that say dogs ain't pit bulls, then why you don't put your real American pit bull terrier in the Disco Dog Show?
What? No, he didn't say that. Boy, you better shut up.
Just why if you want to show people what a real pit bull is and what ain't a real pit bull, then put your dog in the dog show so rookies can know what a real pit bull is. But people not gonna do that. It's just so much confusion that they just listen. They rather be on bull crap than on the real stuff. Because when you talk about marriage, about these dogs, yeah, everybody knows that. Even PETA, even the animal control, even kids know that. Well, at the end of the day, if you want to help the breed and you want to make sure that it breed around 20, 30 years, then why you at least they can say we had 3,000 people or 3 million people in the Disco Dog Show are just looking at it. We are trying to take these dogs out of bad highlight. Only listen, the media do what they do to red light them. So at the end of the day, if the media using the internet, why do the people who fight that everything's not a pit bull don't use the media to do that? When they get on here, this kid put about it. I realize this because I watch all anybody on American Pit Bull Terrier because I love terriers. And I watch everybody say, yeah, you know, this dog did this dog did that. And it's like, okay, what if Peter, what if these rookies, all they know about is trying to make these dogs earn merits And at the end of the day, that is killing the breed. When you can help, this man came up with an idea to help better the breed. You ain't got to share a dog stacking up. It's just the look of your dog.
Yep. Hey, now let's just be real about it. You just got to be real about it now.
Hey,
you got Tom Garner picnic. You got Tom Garner picnic dog show. You got a few ADBA dog shows, but you got to be real about it. Samurai just started his shit. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, the dog show and the people that's on the dog show is getting viewed by more than Tom Garner picnic, by more than the ADBA dog show and all them dog shows. Because only time people see the ADBA show is when the brothers upload the clips on the YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Only time they see the Tom Garner, if you upload a clip or you go there. Same way the ADBA show. But with the Samurai shit, you're going to see the dogs on videos and it's being showed same way across the country, but just going to be a whole lot more attention brought to it social media wise. Where at Tom Garner, you actually going to his property, but it ain't nothing going on social media wise with that. You know what I'm saying? If you know, with Samurai shit, that's a social media platform. You know what I'm saying? That's millions and millions and millions. You reaching the world. You know, it's different. You know what I'm saying? As far as you might think that you might not be as known, like, all right, you got Westminster. Yeah, they out there. They over there stronger than you is. You know what I'm saying? But ADBA and all that, you know what I'm saying? They name, far as they papers and all that, is stronger than yours. You know what I'm saying? Getting a merit, I mean, merit is a merit. At the end of the day, you know, champion is a champion. We know more about the champion from the Digital Dog Show than we know about the champions from the ADBA shows from 2023. I tell you that. The dog community do. We don't know who the champion is from 2023. ADBA.
Say it again.
We don't know the ADBA champion, but we know the Digital Dog Show champion. And that's known across the world. You know what I'm saying? We know who Demon is. You know?
Hey, PBK.
Yo.
I want to address the chat. A brother asked, for all the shows, the only show that is breed specific is the online, it's Digital Dog Show. The slap mill races, the obedience challenge, and the hand walk, that's any breeds. And then a brother said, he said about down in the old school dog man. Bro, we not down in the old school dog man, bro. It's I literally did a live last Wednesday and gave homage to some African American dog men because it's African American Heritage Month. And one that I did not give acknowledge is the ADBA Dog Man of the Year, Mr. DeJuan Fields out of Lone Star, Texas Kennel. He's the president down there, and he's the ADBA Dog Man of the Year. Let me put his name out there, DeJuan Fields. Go follow him on Facebook. We don't. One thing about Samurai, we don't go hate on nobody, bro. If you doing something positive for the breed, I love you. It's all love, bro. And I'm gonna leave that right there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I just want to say I'm not disrespecting the old heads. I'm just listen. At the end of the day, if you feel like I'm disrespecting the old heads, I'm just telling something that truthfully to help the breed. At the end of the day, everybody want to help this breed. Everybody want to do this. Everybody want to do that. So let's start with Samurai shows and see how big we can make anything else. It's more. Listen, if anybody come with an idea to help the breed, I'm behind it. I'm not going to be behind you trying to kill the breed. That's not me. I'm nanny dog. That's not me. My thing is to help the breed. Because I want my great kids, if we still around, to be able to own a dog and know about the dog besides something that can send my great grandson. Back then it might be first time getting caught, might be a 50-year time limit.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, let me send a salute to the brothers down in the chat. Live your life, dog. Salute to you, fam. I see you down there. Hey, Cure Hunter Kennel, salute to you, fam. George Smith, salute to you. If I ain't said it already, I think I seen you. Hardy Dogs, big salute to you, dog. Big salute to you. Vernon Star, salute to you. See you in the building, big dog. Tony M, I think I salute to you already. The Boy Vlogs, what up, what up, what up? Hey, now, I ain't gonna never try to disrespect the old Bulldogs, man. You know what I'm saying? I just be talking about sometimes our older Bulldogs can do more than what they doing to help the newer generation. You know what I'm saying? We got more brothers that can't have dogs, that done been through, that can tell their story, that can get up here, instead of talking about a pedigree, get up here and tell how they made a mistake. So you, brother, don't, like I said before, training. So you don't make that same mistake. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to make it. Look at me make it, and you do a whole different thing. You know what I'm saying? My mistake cost me 50 grand, 60 grand, whatever grand. You don't have to, no, you don't have to spin that. You learn from that, from me telling you, and you go a whole different route. You know, that's the only thing I say about the old schoolers. I get my game from an old schooler. I wouldn't be the dog man I am if it wasn't for the old school dog man, because I didn't learn nothing from the new school dog man outside of, you know, like training and stuff like that. I fucking with, you know, more modern day doggers, but the dog stuff I learned that from my old heads. You know what I'm saying? Never disrespect the old school bulldoggers at all, period. You know what I'm saying? And the brother of Cure Hunter said the Tom Garner joint is a publicity stunt, you know, this and that. But one thing about Tom, I'm gonna tell you like this here, man. You know what I'm saying? You could say, you know, we could say it's a publicity stunt or this or that or whatever, but one thing about Tom, man, I went to Tom house back in the damn late 90s. And when we wasn't in the woods, Tom said, don't talk about none of that shit over here at my damn house. Don't talk about that. Don't say nothing about that. None of that about this, about that. And I doubt very seriously, you know, any of you ever went on his yard and talked about matching or rolling or anything like that if you didn't know him personally outside of trying to buy a dog. You know what I'm saying? So the thing about him, you know, he already tied up in all kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, or not tied up now, you know, was tied up. So he should already learn from his mistakes as well. You know what I'm saying? And if he don't tell you how not to make the mistakes he made, you know, some of y'all brothers get up there on his channel without disrespecting him and ask him, how can y'all not make the mistakes that he made in the game? You know what I'm saying? Because that's the most important thing he could tell y'all. He made a whole bunch of mistakes like I made mistakes. You know, how not to make the mistakes he made. When he trusts this person or trust that person, however it went down, I can care less, but he made them. You know what I'm saying? You know, he made them and he moved. He doing his show thing now the same way like any other brother trying to do the show thing, because they know that's the way to go. Do the dog. I love the dogs. I want to see them in their shape. I want to see them in their condition and in their rawest form. So I'm going to do dog shows. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, you know, I'll start having dog shows over here on Murder Beach side, you know, eventually. But right now, you know, I'm rocking with everybody else doing their thing. And with Tom doing his thing, you can't give him nothing but props with how he been, you know. I'm not talking about him personally. I'm talking about him as a dog. You know what I'm saying? How he doing his thing with the dogs, keeping a steady supply of great dogs for, you know, brothers who like that line. And he see that he got to switch it over to another route with the dog shows, with the picnics. You know what I'm saying? Tom, they say you got to tighten up on the food up there. You know what I'm saying? They say you got to tighten up on the food, you know, but, you know, he doing his thing, so I can't never hate on him. But right now, we got Brother Samurai, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna take nothing from that dog show, because at the end of the day, you know, I want to go to two different dog shows right now. One in my homeboy and city boy down in Mississippi. I want to go to that, but I can't get to it. And I want to go to the next one up right here, but I can't get to it. But I can get to Samurai if I don't got nothing actually physically to do, you know, throughout the day. And I can still enter my damn dog. You know what I'm saying? I just might not win, but I can still enter. You know what I'm saying? No matter what. So at the end of the day, dog, that's where you going to take flight. You going to take control of all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
my opinion, you will.
PBK, I did want to say this, man. I'm going to Tom's thing this year, man. I'm driving cross country to go to Tom's thing because the brothers have been asking for the fellowship. That's the one thing that Digital Dog Show don't have, is the fellowship yet. But I'm going to Tom thing this year, and I was talking to Brother Soul this morning. We're going to do our first in-person show next year. And I'm looking at doing it probably the weekend before Tom, so you can condition your dog for both of them in North Carolina, where I'm from, in a little town called Bladenboro.
Yeah. Hey, now, just my opinion, and it might not even mean nothing, as far as not saying they don't mean nothing, but I'm just saying this. Same way like with my dog registry, right? My thing will be to let ADBA know that I'm a strong, legit company, right? So they can recognize me. Let Bonafide know that I'm a strong, legit company so they can recognize me. You know, being that you're a dog show, man, you know, it can't do nothing but help and be a great thing when it comes to politicking and linking up with other dog show people like Tom Garner. Go to ADBA, tell them who you is, and you representing the digital dog show. You ain't even interfering in nothing they got going on. You on a digital brand, you know what I'm saying? You in your own lane. So you can politic with all them folk, get connected with all them folk, and that's just gonna make you stronger as well as help them out as well. You know what I'm saying? Because they'll be getting advertisement off your joint, off everybody else who you rocking with. because your friends will be their friends. Same way their friends gonna be your friends. You know what I'm saying? You can't do nothing but, get something positive off that, dog. You know, we linking up down there with Tom Garner at a show with Garner and them, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And eventually, man, I want points from other shows to carry over into our stuff, man. You know, it don't have to be.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to take nobody shine, man. We can shine together. You know, it's better to shine together.
Yeah. Yep. You're right about that, man. And like
Hey,
they always say, go ahead.
listen. I'm kind of happy that like this right here needed to be spoke on. All this stuff we speaking on because I'm a man that believe in God, and God will open up doors for other people. Like I always say, this my saying. It's and if I'm lying, sunrise so it tell me I'm lying. A man can say 1,000 words, some knowledge out of one of them. It could be a knowledge out of some of them 1,000 words that he spit out his mouth. But if you listen long enough, you'll learn something. And that's all we trying to do is teach people that it's things that out here we can do to benefit dogs. And for him to say that I have one that's purely APB, and then I have something that for any breed that wants to be with it, that's amazing because you got to think about it. A lot of these shows are just APBTs. So to have a community of dog people, don't matter the breed, that's what I've been hoping for.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you, dog. I ain't gonna cut you. I ain't gonna lie to you. I would have never thought in a million years back in the 90s that I'd be trying to do a dog show with the pit bulls. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it real with you. You know, I'm rolling them things. You know what I'm saying? But this ain't that era, dog. You know, and we get to the age where we get too old to be going to jail about some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It just got to be, you know, if them boys 19, 18 want to go through all that, cool. But I'm speaking to my older brothers now. You know what I'm saying? We get too old for that shit. And right now, man, this ain't the game we used to. You know, a lot of brothers might take little breaks from the Pitbull game, 10-year breaks, and they come back in. Dog, this ain't that game we used to, dog. This is a whole nother game these boys working with these days. You know what I'm saying? And then they have these older brothers who used to how it was back in the 90s, you know, getting jammed up in all different kind of situations. It's just crazy, man. Brothers can, it's just, for any brother, that's why I always say, man, any brother that's trying to do something positive, don't be scared. Don't say, oh, it ain't gonna work. I'm thinking, oh, I ain't gonna get enough people to like it. Everybody ain't gonna like it. They gonna think it's corny or something like that. Nah, man, put that shit out. Do that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Because like the brother say, the pit bull, we ain't got the breed in a good light or something. So enough brothers got to do stuff to put the breed in a good light then. You know what I'm saying? What Samurai doing is one step. What another brother is doing is another step. Making t-shirts, giving brothers like back in the 90s and all that stuff. We didn't have all the wear and all the shirts and the hoodies and the hats and all that type of stuff. Where you seeing doctors, lawyers, these kind of people wearing them, basketball players wearing them, these kind of people wearing them, people that you don't consider gangsters and thugs and all kind of shit like that. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have all that back in the 90s. So it wasn't no advertisement and all that for regular people to wear pit bull stuff. When you see a old woman walking down the street, excuse me, fellas, but an old white lady walking down the street about 60-something years old, and she got on a shirt that say, some gonna like it or some ain't, or Samurai Bulldog joint, how his stuff is and all that, or the next brother who got the Bulldog stuff, and you like, oh, she too old to be talking about pit bulls. And when you look at her, now you're looking at her like she cool as hell. You know what I'm saying? Because, man, right now we in a different society, we in a different era, and brothers got to take advantage of it. You know, we gotta put this breed in a good light. You know what I'm saying? If the breed is never gonna be in a good light if we just keep riding on the same story forever.
Hey, PBK, I got to address brother Cure Hunter Kennels in the chat, man. I would say first, bro, you're very opinionated, and PBK did put the link in the chat, and I'm a very cordial person with some kind of decorum to me. If you feel a certain way, man, I would love to talk to you about it, because one thing that cannot be interpreted through your comments that you can actually get by vocalizing it is your tone and volume. All right. And then Brother Blue said, don't bring that BS to Bladen County. Brother Blue, McKenna, could you turn that down, please? Stop. For Brother Blue, I'm a Bladen County native, and I would say out of Bladen County, this is tooting my own horn, and yes, it's up like a lollipop, but I'm probably the biggest thing to come out of Bladen County. Let me give you my credentials for Bladen County.
If you go to the high school and you walk in the gym, if you look on the wall, there's a big old wall size photo of the state championship team. I brought that home in 2008. In 2022, I was the #1 drill sergeant in the country, and they ran that in the Bladen Journal and in the Fayetteville Observer. So I've done a lot of things for my community, not just in the dogs, but in general. I'm a people person. And for cure hunters, you said don't be mad at him because he didn't take the game out of the dogs. Tom Garner is not known for making any of the champions that he bred, and I run Garner, Spike, and Frisco blood. I brag about it all the time. So for you to say that obviously says you haven't done your homework and you're speaking from emotion right now, my brother. And that's why I would challenge you to come on here and have that discussion because
drop the link, Pelican BAy.
I'm
sorry, I mean to cut you off. The guy that you talked to said drop the link.
Yeah.
So I was just saying I ain't mean to cut you off. You can finish, but drop the link, Pelican BAy. He wants the link.
And I would never attack you, brother, because you're coming from a place of understanding. And I know you know what you're talking about. But the thing is, you don't know me, and I can tell you don't know my background. You're going off of what other people have done to bash Tom. The only line I run is Tom and Joe Woodle. It's a Tom Garner, Joe Woodle cross. It's Jeep Red Boy Rascal to Frisco Spike. So to say that is a fallacy. But also to say that Tom is keeping the game, Vinny gave Tom Frisco and Chinaman. I did my research on the bloodlines before I got him. So when a brother approaches it like that, Tom was the first one to change it up. He said, "I'm gonna go buy these dogs that are already proven and breed them." But as far as boxing, that's not Tom's lane either. That's why he was able to be so successful. He changed the game, but he just did it in a way that y'all accepted. And I'm gonna leave that right there.
Yes, sir. All right, now I'm gonna address the comment. I dropped the link, Cure Hunter. I'm gonna address the comment you was saying about we was forced out the game, and don't force the other game dog men out the game. Now I'm gonna address for myself. I wasn't forced out the game. I can have dogs. I can, hey, if I wasn't up here talking about these old school stories or none of that type of stuff, you probably wouldn't know nothing about me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not forced out the game. If I want to be in that game, I could be in that game. That's not the game I want because I done been to the highest point of that game. I done lost my dogs. I done seen, before I lost my dogs, I seen that half the people in the dog game talk like motorcycle racers. You know what I'm saying? They talk all day, talk for hours, ain't really about that shit. And they brought all that talk to Facebook. I seen that before I even got out the game. You know what I'm saying? I was never forced out the game. Right now today, if I want to do anything, I could do something. You know what I'm saying? But I'm speaking from the truth when I say I don't want my brothers to lose your dogs. Because, when you come home and you walk in your backyard and every damn chain you got, all your dogs gone, your chains, your water buckets there, all the food still there from yesterday if they didn't eat nothing. And now you're looking at where Jimmy Jack at, where Bill Jack at, where that Jeep dog at. Man, that shit a hurtful fucking feeling, son. I ain't talking about somebody stole your dog or your dog died. I'm talking about you made a mistake. Them folk just came and wiped all your shit out at one time. Not one dog, not two dogs. So that's why I try to bring a little bit of light on that end, dog, and bring some attention on that end to brothers. You know what I'm saying? I will never force out the game. You know what I'm saying? Now you got other brothers, like I say, I can have dogs. I get up here and get around all my dogs. And like I tell brothers, when you make mistakes, do the right things and show them folk. If they told you couldn't have dogs, give them a reason to say you can have dogs again. You know what I'm saying? If you take that risk. You got social media right now. Take that risk. If everybody got nuts, these folks say I can't have dogs. But I made this 1-hour video to show that I'm a different man, that and the 1-hour video can show you dealing with people amongst the community, showing you doing this, showing you doing that with your dog. It can show anything, but it's showing you a changed person. You don't always have to live on that same mistake that you made. Any person that keep living off that mistake is only a jackass. You're supposed to learn from them. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to learn from them. And check this out, right, Cure Hunter. Who to say I ain't doing nothing? You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I gotta walk that walk that I'm up here talking. You know what I'm saying? Because them folk might listen to my videos and listen to all this stuff and say, oh yeah, he talking this talk, but he out there rolling them dogs. He's still out there rolling them dogs. You know what I'm saying? He think he fooling this person. He think he fooling that person. You know what I'm saying? But he out there still rolling them dogs. He's still rolling them dogs. So on my level, dog, doing the stuff that I do with these videos every day, I got to walk that walk on my end. I can't talk that talk, dog. When I say I can't turn a dog to a grand champion right now, I'm not lying, dog. I cannot be in a box 5 different times throughout 3 or 4 years with brothers not expecting to get turned over to the low out of them 5 times. There's no way in hell it's not going to happen to me as Peiican BAy Canines. And I'll be stupid and ignorant to get up here and say it wouldn't happen to me, to y'all folk. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, man, you know, at the end of the day, all a brother could do, from Summer Ride to Nanny Dog to anybody, the Fat Bill, the Triple J, to anybody, all we can do, man, is give our old school stories, give our old school, like the brothers on the block be coming up trying to tell you how it used to be back in their days, and all our young gangsters, you just like, oh man, fuck him. He ain't did what I did. I ain't gonna get caught up like he got caught up. I ain't stupid like he was, you know what I'm saying? He ain't stacked the money I got. And none of that type of stuff, and you don't even know. You think you got it all, and all of a sudden that shit gone. You know what I'm saying? Now you're thinking about what that old man was talking about up under that tree. You know what I'm saying? Now you're thinking about what that old man was talking about under that tree. You know, it's just crazy, man. Let me take this comment down so I can see my brothers up here on the panel and shit.
Can I say something? I can't be put out of something I never wanted to be a part of. Now
I'm gonna tell you the honest truth, dog. I was a part of something. And I ain't I know why brothers. Hold up. I'm looking for something. I dropped it.
No, what I was going to say to the people is, I don't listen. My mentor, my uncle, told me everything about these dogs. I seen dogs, rest his soul, who was missing pieces of their skin. So, as me being a real dog lover, I don't want to do no dog like that.
Listen, man, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'll be a hypocrite if I say I didn't like to don't jump in the thing or whatever. And the way that thrill, dog, it ain't too many things outside of a woman gripping you and giving you some good loving that can stick up to that thrill of your bulldog kicking ass. And I don't even know if that woman on you giving you good loving can stick with that. You know what I'm saying? That shit is a rush, dog. If you into that type of stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but the thing is,
so my thing is, I'm not into that.
Oh yeah.
That's not my cup of. That's not my cup of tea.
So whenever you try to get them brothers your opinion on that, they'll say, you know, you was never into it, so they're not gonna.
I know, but listen, it don't listen. It don't listen. I never get in it unless listen. One thing my uncle did say.
That's the best thing, dog.
You can listen. You can have 20. You on your yard. You can have $20,000 worth of dogs. In 30 minutes, $20,000 gone that you can't never get back. So why would you lose your money like that, nephew? That's what you say. Why would you lose your money like that, nephew? Like, you're not going to get it back. They're going to make you pay more money. So $20,000 plus the maybe the paying the court people and all this and all these tickets they gave you. You lose out them to $35,000. What do you? I mean, like, it's not. No, I don't earn money to give to the people. Not me. Not me. That ain't my cup of tea. So do what you do. You ain't got to worry about me ever trying to touch you in that kind of lane. But if you come talk about training and all that, we can play ball. But I don't play ball with.
Oh yeah, but that's just the thing when it comes to talking about certain things, especially like if you say if I say I want to mentor the young brothers, 15 to 18 or 13 to 18. You know, I can't get in there talking to them young brothers about nothing I never been through myself. You know what I'm saying? If I'm talking to them about gang banging or if I'm talking to them about the streets or anything like that, I got to be able to compare to them boys, get on the same level with them, look eye to eye with them so they can understand it and see that this ain't about no bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And you know, if you got a brother in there talking to them young brothers 14, 13 to 18, and they ain't never seen a day in the life in the street, them brothers ain't gonna respect nothing they say. You know, they're gonna be like, man, listen, man. They're gonna ask him a few questions, and when they find out he ain't been through none of that, you know, they ain't gonna respect nothing he say. So that's why I try to use my downfall to the advantage for another brother. You know what I'm saying? And you know, we live and we learn. You know what I'm saying? We live and we learn. And you just keep going, man. You keep going. At the end of the day, you know, like I said, for me, them days is so far over, man. I enjoy that I can talk about it, but at the end of the day, I love competing. And the only way I can compete right now is to do it in that digital dog show, to do it on some type of shuts and competition as far as training, to do it on some type of weight pull, wall climb, or any type of competition like that. the walking thing, any type of competition is legal. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way I can compete right now. You know, and maybe I did it to myself. I made myself too known to try to get out there and try to do anything like that. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, I was willing to risk that because I want to give the right message out here. You know what I'm saying? If it was worth me losing my being able to do little stuff on the side or whatever, it is what it is. It's worth it. You know, I ain't worrying about it because like I said, I done been at the top level of that dog shit, and I done had a dog that couldn't be stopped by nobody's shit. I done felt that feeling, and I ain't stressing it, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even stressing it. Right now, I love the feeling of training these dogs, getting this legal money, you know what I'm saying? Getting these dogs. Cause listen, man, you know what else? I'm gonna tell y'all brothers, to the panel, you know, and my brothers in the chat, and sisters in the chat. You know what else is a good feeling? When you train that dog and you get him to finally do that command that you want him to do.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? You finally get him to sit. You finally get him to say. You finally get him to come to you. You finally get him to do anything, whatever you're trying to get him to do, but you finally get him to do that shit. Man, you ready to go out, eat some steak and chill and whatever, you know, you happy as hell. You know what I'm saying? It's just different things you can do, dog. You know, and at the end of the day, you know, a lot of these competitions, brothers got to be conditioned as well. And I don't mean in shape. I mean mentally in shape. You got to condition your mind for whatever competition you're going in, whether it's obedience. Obedience, that's a two-man thing. That ain't just a dog. It's the way I move, the way the dog move. We a team. In that box, y'all a fucking team back in them days. You know what I'm saying? You want to learn how to condition that dog, but you gonna have to condition your damn self as well. And that comes with knowing every single part of that dog, knowing every single thing about that dog. You know what I'm saying? And the shuts and all that. You a team. You know what I'm saying? It's only certain things a dog competing in the confirmation show. You a team. Maybe not in the digital show because you know, that dog, you know, especially on the regular dog shows, you got to walk out there in that circle and all that stuff. Y'all a team, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to condition yourself, your mind, your mental with your dog. You know what I'm saying? It can't just be my dog trained and you got that scared as hell. Fuck up, the dog doing good and you out there scared as hell, ain't moving right. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't conditioned yourself for the program. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let me see what them brothers talking about in the chat. Y'all boys want to talk about something up here, Samurai?
Yeah,
go ahead, Samurai. I heard you. Go ahead. You for the say something. Go ahead.
So, brother Blue Man, that's amazing, bro. Shouts out to you. For Kerr Hunter, bro, it's I understand your perspective, man. And if it was legal, I'm not gonna lie to you, I would be competing as hard as I possibly could. And I would, if it was legal and I was into that, then I would love to compete in that way, but I cannot. I won't. You know, I have too much to lose, man. And I ain't never stepped off the porch. You know, I'm gonna keep it real with you. As a kid, we call ourselves rolling something, but like I wasn't about that life. I ain't never been about that life, and I don't claim to be about that life. So for the police listening, Samurai has all his rabies shots up to date. I'm in accordance with Pima County codes, and if I move somewhere else, I'm being in accordance with those codes where I go. But I'm a man of blood sports. I love boxing. I love UFC. Y'all see me training with the swords. I just got a bow and arrow and shot a hole in my wall downstairs today. You know, because I'm gonna learn how to use a bow and arrow too, and I'm gonna start bringing that to the game. You know, I don't knock what you do, man. What you do is what you do. But I will say this: if you're doing something that you can't speak about, keep it G. Real G's move in silence. You know, we're talking about things that are above ground that you can talk about right now while we're here tonight. And all the dogs that I breed, I bred them based upon their lineage and what I was told the lineage could do. You know, that's why I run a heavy amount of Bully Son in the breed, because the stories about Bully Son, they were true. Everything that I heard about Bully Son gave it to my mix. And I don't need to combat them to see it. You know, they said Bully Son was a biter, and they said Chinaman was an excited biter. Those things are I've proven them in another way. Okay. But yeah, man, like y'all boys who are underground, be underground, do your thing. But just realize that can't be talked about until it's long done and the statute of limitations is over. You know, that's your thing.
Yeah.
And you know, there's a lot of chats where you can talk about that. You know, but even those chats are getting wise because you're putting yourself out there and you don't have to. The people that need to know about you, they gonna know about you.
Mm-hmm.
People that don't need to know about what you're doing.
For my digital dog shows for people who want to be above ground and want to deal with the general public. They're civilians. I look at the dog game just like you look at the gangster game or the military game. We don't wage war on civilians. But once you pick up that rifle and point it down range, you're a combatant now.
Yeah.
And you get all the smoke that comes with being a combatant. That's the way I look at life. I'm a very, very violent person. I'm a very polite, violent person. I have 462 confirmed kills on my decorations from Afghanistan. And I say that not to brag, but I'm telling you, it's don't think that polite people can't don't mistake kindness for weakness. There's a difference between a harmless individual and a harmless dog, and there's a difference between a peaceful dog and a peaceful individual. My dogs and I are peaceful, which means we have the propensity to cause harm, but we choose not to unless the need for necessary force is there. It's called LOAC, the law of armed conflict. You raise the level of aggression to your aggressors. So if you are aggressive toward me in a verbal way, I'll be aggressive back. And I'm really good at it because I only typically use anecdotal, which means evidence that I've seen with my own eyes, anecdotal evidence or statistical evidence. So when people talk to me and they argue with me from emotion, they're gonna make themselves look real bad, because I'm not gonna let how I feel about what you're saying affect how I view it logically.
Yeah.
Logic is a masculine trait, and PBK, I hate to go all spiritual on your channel, bro, but
do your thing, man.
I'm a subscriber to the 5% Nation. Divine mathematics. One is knowledge that represents the man. He sees things for what they are and how he interprets them. Wisdom is the woman. That's number 2. A woman uses the knowledge given to her by the man to make wise decisions and to give him counsel. Understanding is 3. That's the child. My children have to be understood, and I have to give them understanding, and they have to give me understanding back so that I can move forward. And each one of these numbers in the divine mathematics are how I live my life. So when it comes to talking about these things with people, I typically, if you ever watch any of the stuff I do, I'm typically going to give you a reference. And if you can't reference it and it's just your personal opinion and nobody has seen it, it's really hard to stand on that because it lacks credibility. You can't go buy a car with no credit and think you're going to get the same deal as somebody who has shown and paid the cost over the years of paying bills. And that's the same thing in this dog game. You might be the realest one, but that credibility comes from surviving long enough to build the credibility for whatever you get into with these dogs. That's whether it be positive or negative. If you earn negative credit or bad credit, then you're going to reap the benefits of bad credit. If you earn positive credit in this game, then you're going to earn the positive benefits of having positive credit. And that's all we're seeking to do with the Digital Dog Show. And I'm going to yield the mic.
Yes, sir, man. I agree with that. And I feel everything you're saying, man.
I agree with that too.
I was looking at a lot of stuff down in the comments, over the past few seconds or whatever. One thing I will say, and like I always say, I got to keep it real with brothers, because brothers feel like you trying to always talk bad about something and different things. And that's why it benefits to have brothers that done been through certain situations, because if I wouldn't have been through my situation, no telling if I even do a dog show or anything like that. What I'm saying? I doubt very serious I ought to be doing anything, what I'm saying, like that, as far as talking about this. But I take my wrong and try to help you make a right off of it. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, I know once I got out the game, I live check for check. I went from, can get anything you want anytime you want it, to the point where, you got to live check for check. So I've been through the struggle. I've been through, man, I got to go back and get a pack. Fuck that shit, man. I ain't got time to be feeling like this. You know what I'm saying? But you go through that, you know what I'm saying? I done been through all that shit, dog. And that's why I talk to my brothers sometimes. Sometimes brothers might get it misconstrued, like I'm trying to make it seem some way and make it seem this way or that way. But at the end of the day, man, I'm only trying to do it, from a positive end as far as the message I'm trying to get across. And I want to say a big salute to brother Ed Valentin. You donated $5 to the channel a long time ago, brother, when we been first started. And we was talking, and I just never got to it, man. Big salute out to my brother Ed Valentin for the donation. But yeah, man, it's like I said, it's a lot of brothers that did wrong but won't tell their story and got great stories when it comes to these pit bulls. I know I'm not doing no bullshit on the side. That's why I say I gotta walk that I'm out here talking. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, and me, I done had that thrill, and I know how good that thrill is. I know how it feel. the worker champion, the wanna to have a Floyd Mayweather or Mike Tyson that you feel like ain't gonna lose to nothing. You know what I'm saying? You getting ready, and I know how it feel to work that 8-week keep, and like I said before, I always say them butterflies where you anxious, you ready to go in for the kill or whatever. I know how that feel, and at the same time, it's a blessing when y'all brothers can have brothers that know that feeling, can give you that story and tell you at the same time, it's a whole nother route now, man. You know what I'm saying? And then the bad part about it, you got brothers out here trying to have stuff for you to do. It'd be different if you didn't have nothing to do. You got stuff to do now. It's something to do. You can get your dog ready for this and you can get your dog ready for that. You know what I'm saying? It's just a whole lot more things a brother can be in the limelight for than something bad. And then when I do a dog news clipping where brothers done got busted or something, I'm never trying to down them brothers because I done got busted myself before. You know what I'm saying? It's no good feeling getting busted. You know what I'm saying? But news is news. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? News is news, you know? And like I said, you know, if anything, like Brother Yellow One was saying one time, you know, if anything would have happened to me, you know, I know brothers gonna do their videos on my whatever news I had with me or anything like that. I know that brothers gonna do the videos, but at the end of the day, I can't live off my mistakes. I got to keep going forward. Even from that point, I got to keep going forward, keep doing positive things. Even if you make 10 damn mistakes, you don't turn around and make the 11th one or the 12th one. You got to, you know, make sometime a lot. If the Lord blessing you to be here, you know what I'm saying? You know, blessing you to be here and to make it through all your trials and tribulations, you know what I'm saying? Some point you got to try to go right because you ain't going to keep being lucky. You ain't going to keep being lucky to make it through this and to make it through that. And that ain't trying to talk bad on nobody or no nothing. It's just being real with you. You know what I'm saying? Like I always say, I've been through the streets and all that. You know, I'll be a damn fool to think, oh, the stuff I made it through when I was 19, 20, 21, 25, all the shootings I've been through, getting shot at, bullets whistling past this head, bullets going through your caps and all that stuff. I'll be a fool to think I can go through that shit again. You know what I'm saying? Lord bless me through that one time, you know? And so I give my story so another brother might can make a different route. You know what I'm saying? He might don't have to feel like he got to be a gangster to make $1 million. You know what I'm saying? My story might help 2 or 3 brothers. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'll be trying to do. But in the meantime, while I'm trying to do this, sometimes it come off kind of harshly. And sometimes it come off, brothers say, oh, I'm getting this vibe or I'm getting that vibe. But at the end of the day, dog, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you know, I know what it is. I know what I'm doing it for. You know, I know sometimes I put my own dogs at risk to give brothers stories. You know, I give brothers stories, and I know I got dogs and them folk come back here fuck with me. Sometimes I see cars riding past my house. I ain't even in the dope game no more, and sometimes I feel paranoid like Master P say. I walk out the house, feel like folk watching me. I don't know if it's Peter or who it is, you know what I'm saying? Because I be trying to rock with my folk and stick with folk from state to state, no matter what they get jammed up in with these pit bulls. And I put myself at risk when it comes to these animal folk, these animal activists and all that type of stuff. They don't give a damn about what that shit I'm talking about. To me, like my black brothers say, you know, to y'all ones that try to get a lot of money and act different than the other black culture, to some of y'all folk, y'all still a nigga. You know what I'm saying? To them Peter people, I'm still a dog fighter. You know what I'm saying? I'm still a motherfucker trying to lie and cover up stuff on these YouTube channels and all that. You know what I'm saying? So they can come looking at my house, walk out the door, man, they got folk riding past. I don't know who the hell they is. I don't live on that kind of street where just anybody ride past. That's why I ain't worried about none of y'all folk talking that trash. You know, you come down, you better come down for the come down. But I ain't living that type of life no more. And I try to make it, you know, known on these channels. You know, I do talk a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, dog, you know, I don't really mean the stuff that I say, but I don't want to hurt none of y'all brothers. You know, at the end of the day, you know, and I don't mind arguing with you when we go to arguing and all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, truthfully, I'm real when it comes to that type of situation. When you're real with that situation, you don't got to say it. At the end of the day, all I'm saying is I don't want to live that life no more. I don't got lawyer money. I don't got this kind of money to be getting out of jail for this, getting out of jail for that, trying to hurt somebody. I don't want to hurt nobody. I don't want nobody mama to be crying because what I done did about this, about that. You ever seen somebody mother crying because they lost a kid? A lot of y'all brothers ain't seen that, but y'all talk a lot of shit up here every damn day. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, and that's what I try to bring to my channel, awareness when it comes to these pit bulls, because they got the pit bulls entangled in the whole streets now. So you got to talk about that type of stuff. You can't just talk about pit bulls alone, because the pit bulls ain't alone in this game. You got this, that, and this and that, and this and that. You know, so you gotta talk about that type of stuff and let brothers know. And at the end of the day, brothers, you know, make their own decision, whatever they gotta make. You know, whether it's some shit you got from Samurai channel, something you got from Nanny Dog channel, something you got from my channel, or the next brother channel, like I say, Fat Bill, Triple J, Going Hard, any of them brothers channel. You know, but you got to use it to your advantage. You see brother Going Hard, how he got jammed up. You know what I'm saying? Use it to your advantage. You see how the brother Buck got jammed up. Use it to your advantage. Even if you rock with them brothers, however you rock with them brothers, use whatever the mistakes they made to your advantage so you won't make no mistakes. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is to this game. And brothers can last and have these dogs 30 and 40, 50 years. You could be talking about these rascal dogs y'all want to talk about in the chat, and these red boy dogs y'all want to talk about in the chat. But if you don't last with them, we ain't gonna be able to talk about them. We're gonna still be doing our YouTube channels, but we're gonna be talking about what the dogs was in 2024 or what they was in 2015. You know what I'm saying? Because brothers gonna be losing them, man. I mean, if brothers wasn't losing $30,000 a year, we wouldn't have to talk about it. Shit,
it's more. It's more than that. I don't know why
brothers losing so many game bred, tightly bred, great bred dogs on a yearly. You know, we have to talk about different subjects and different things and all kind of stuff. You know, and while I got my brother Nanny Dog up here and Samurai, I want to mention something else I said on the chat last night when I went out. Brothers got to start representing these brothers from other breeds, man. These brothers be in these chats, these brothers like the cane corsos, the presses, these boxers, the brothers like all the breeds and sisters like all the breeds, but they don't get the same support that they supporting us with. We got to start supporting, just like you say, community-wise. You know what I'm saying? Any of my people that start channels and stuff like that, if I see you with your channel, I'm going to try to support you. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you got three subscribers, 5 subscribers. Supreme, what's going on, big homie? I see you down there. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I don't care how many subscribers you got. I'm rocking with you if I see your channel pop up.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? We got to support all the breeds of dogs, man, because a lot of brothers support us. They take the bullshit that we talk about, they breed. You know, they take it and they come back and still support us again. You know, we got to just support them brothers, man. You know, go ahead.
Pelican BAy, I don't talk about other people dogs. I don't talk about different breeds. If you really pay attention to my channel, that's not me. But at the end of the day, I'm one of the guys on YouTube who owned it 3 different breeds. 3 different breeds. So, you know, I seen how certain breed people dealt with it, certain breeds people didn't, and certain people dealt with me because they didn't know what my dog was, so they assumed. But I feel like it should listen. The problem with this, I play this, me being around and going in different dog groups and different things, the American people will tear it very judgmental. And that's the problem. Like, when I first, like the Hulk, been talked about so many times. Bullies has been talked about, but the old head told me just like this and this honest truth, because I was going to come on the panel one day, but he said he don't want on my panel, anybody panel, he don't want to do it. But one thing he did say to me is, if you stand up for a breed, you should see nothing. You should be like a horse. You only see your dog, what's in front of you. When you worry about what everybody else get, you lose focus on what you have in front of you. This is like your car. If you stop paying attention to the front of your car and you start looking around, you're gonna run into something. And that's the problem. The American people with terrier, people are very harsh to anybody that over blood. I want to say this, over bloodline, over phenotype, over color, over it's so much that it's ridiculous. And at the end of the day, they say we want to stick together. Well, if you want to stick together, every group, like with Martin Luther King March, it was not only black people that was out there. Well, if you think about
listen here, I didn't mean to cut you off. I got a book that I wrote specifically about what that statement you just made right there, and we ain't gonna get on that subject too deep because we gonna keep it on the dogs. I got a book that I wrote called Nation of Tears, and it's about the exact statement you just made. When it comes to that civil rights movement in that time, in that era, everybody died. If you was hanging with black brothers, you died. White people died just as many black people died trying to get our rights and stuff situated. And I ain't gonna get on that. We're gonna keep it to the dogs and stuff like that. I got a book on Amazon called Nation of Tears. And that's what it's about. It's getting into everybody's story. You know, a lot of white brothers I tell stories about, and black brothers. The book has got like 30 or 40 or 50 some chapters where I talk about different people that you don't even know in history that died for this cause that we the way we living for today. You know what I'm saying? The way we living for today. But yeah, man.
I was just using that as an example.
Oh yeah,
Listen, I use that as an example where at the end of the day, you listen, at the end of the day, if you get enough pressers, band dogs, bully owners, bulldog owners, not APBT, but American Bulldog, Frenchies. If you get enough people that you can have your community, like in this Pitbull community, you get people that comes, but then people just don't. They like. I realize a lot of people that own APBT channels, they instantly just start talking so bad about other people dogs, and that cut people's off. And then another thing is, I like on my channel, I don't read comments about, oh, what do like somebody say, what do you think Pelican BAy dog is? I don't, or what's Samurai Soy dog is? I don't answer that question. You not that's not what we're talking about. But on other channels, they will go into it. Oh, what you think about this blood? That right there is cutting a tie between the dog. And I'm gonna stop talking right there.
Hey,
yeah, man, I feel you. Go ahead, Samurai.
Hey, so as far as supporting other breeds, PBK, I was on QBN. QBN is a huge bully breed out of Houston. And eventually the digital dog show, I want to have all the breeds so we can have the best in breeds go up against each other for the best in the nation of all dogs, right? Mm-hmm. So that's something we're working on, but I don't have a lot of contacts in the bully community. So if y'all got friends that got bullies, tell them to holler at me, man, because we're going to set it up. But I did want to go, I've been looking at the comments, man, 46 Bulldogs, I think it is. Man, that brother been speaking some real game in there, bro. I'm scared of you. He said, what do you think about putting that Chinaman with the niggerino? And I want to say, I do have a heavy niggerino bred bitch down at 601, Samurai Kennel 601 to Delta. And that's something I'm looking at doing, bro. So if you've done that, man, please reach out because she'll be 2 in January of next year, man. And she's 2 this year. Her birthday is January 1st. So, yeah, man, shouts out to you for that, bro. PBK and Nanny Dogs, man, like, I don't want to detract from all the positivity y'all bringing, bro. But these brothers said they want to talk dogs, man, and I want to oblige them whenever y'all ready.
Oh yeah. Shit, I'm with them, man. See, what's going on with y'all brothers down in the chat, man? Full Bite, I see you down there. Full Bite Kennel. Yeah, them boys said they want to talk some dogs.
Eli is a good bloodline. Eli is a good bloodline. It is an awesome bloodline. Awesome.
So what's the best smoking Eli dog right now today? I'm talking about if a brother giving me a good picture or brothers that know about the dog. I don't want to know what stories he got. Just a great Eli dog. When it comes to confirmation, when it comes to looks, when it comes to everything about him, really. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm partial to anything Skull Maverick, bro. The Maverick dogs to me, they're a little bit more barrel chested, a little bit more staffy looking, but these are purebred American Pitbull Terriers. But I love the Maverick stuff, bro.
Okay, let me ask you something real quick.
Me too.
I gotta show my ignorance right now because I don't know and I want to learn. I kind of know what it mean. Because I put it together. But what barrel chested mean?
Okay, so typically with the American Pitbull Terrier, if you look at dogs like Chinaman, he had a deep chest. It went down to just above his elbows, and that's part of the conformation standard. But with that barrel chested, you're actually getting that more of that bully look. It can even have the elbows almost projected out as opposed to having them straight legs that you're used to. The bully son dogs, the Maverick dogs, they have that more of a bulldog phenotype than some of your houndier looking dogs, your Red Boy Jocko, your Red Boy Jeep Rascal dogs. And so when I look at a barrel chested dog, I'm looking at a dog that almost looks like he's doing a push up. Wide chested. I've seen a dog with literally split down his chest like a human being, just built like that, but the legs were still correct. And I've seen that a lot in the Maverick dogs personally, the ones that I've seen.
Okay. And the Maverick stuff. So would JD be considered a barrel chested dog?
Yeah, man. So JD won. I told you when he was a puppy. I knew that was a Mayday dog. I texted you and said, "Hey, man, that's a Mayday dog." And you said, "Yeah." The phenotype of that dog, I call it the action figure look. The small back end, large barrel chested dog. But that dog also has what my mentor calls a loggerhead. I love that look. And with me doing the crazy stuff I do, the bite work, typically those dogs. When I'm breeding my dogs, man, other than just for conformational standards.
Yeah.
I'm looking at a dog that's gonna make a decoy tap out. I don't want a dog that the decoy is gonna want to play with all day because that dog is a joke to me. I'm looking for a dog that the decoy is like, man, I'm not taking another bite from that dog, man. That dog is he's bringing pressure. And even for my box dog, man, they have to appreciate that mouth and being able to what the barrel chested and heavier headed and barrel chested dogs bring to the game. That thick brisket area, that's all power to drive in and actually hold prey. If you're doing hog hunting, same thing. A lot of those dogs can get winded very easily, but those barrel-chested dogs are typically, just because of their wider base, are typically just have a better way of keeping four paws on the ground.
Yeah. Okay.
I have to agree with you. I mean, like with them dogs, like that's a phenotype I like, because at the end of the day, don't matter if they pull game is just so sick. They pull game is so sick because they chest is wide enough for them to spread their arms out and pull back. Like I love that. Like that right there is that's what I love about them. Like when a dog chest is like pushed in and they legs real close to each other, I don't like that because they really don't have that much pull to their game.
Yeah. Hey, and speaking of pulling, those dogs typically do very well in the weight pull. And we ain't really talked about the weight pull like that, but yeah, man. That's another thing that I would look for in a dog like that. It's just like a tripod. You know, if you stand up a camera tripod, if you got a tripod and you keep the legs together and a strong wind come, that tripod might fall over. But if you got that tripod with them legs fully extended, you know, that wide stance, it just has more stability as far as its ability to stay mounted.
Yep. Now, Supreme dropped the online ped thing down in the chat. I looked it up. You talking about Till's Deaf Bruno Supreme, the full-timer dog? Till Deaf's Bruno, full-time winner, 2-time OTC. I'm trying to look at it's a Maverick dog.
PBK.
So, yeah, go ahead, bro.
I gotta give you another one, bro, because I be on here listening to y'all, and I know you be joking about it, man. But what did Frisco do to you, bro? Because you be tearing the Frisco dogs out the frame, man. I love my Frisco dogs, man. Talk about it.
That ain't nothing but a little bit of damn competitive talk, dog. Because like I tell them brothers, when the first game dogs that other than them red boy dogs coming down off that Cottonham Sheba stuff, other than them dogs, the first game dogs we had was off Frisco, you know what I'm saying? And them dogs couldn't be stopped. They was some good little 40-some pound dogs, light 40s. Most of the talk I be talking trash about be just competitive talk. I'm on the Bulls, you on the damn Knicks. You know, the Knicks, it is what it is. I'm talking shit about the Knicks. Y'all point guard ain't nothing. You know, he can't play the whole game, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, dog, the Frisco dogs ain't no different than the Red Boy Jocko dog. Cause I'm gonna be honest with brothers. Cause you know I like to be honest and let you know I'm keeping it real. You know, a little bit of talk I've been hearing, throughout the brushes, the brushes and stuff. Been seeing a lot of them buddy dogs that's coming down off that Big John stuff. A lot of the ones Buddy, Shy Girl, Buddy specifically, been getting a kind of a funny name. The dog's been, saying they having time clocks on them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's just a little word I've been getting. So when it comes to the Frisco dog, I know one thing about them. They got big teeth. They athletic dogs. Naturally, they athletic body. Their body structures are athletic most of the time. You know what I'm saying? I have no real beef with them. You know what I'm saying? Only beef I have is a competitive beef. You know, I get with Garner. He talk about his dogs. I'm just content. We talking about dogs and chilling. I ain't got no beef far as because I don't like his dogs or the next man dogs. I'm gonna get on your yard and look at your dogs and vibe with your dogs just like I do the next man, far as that type of stuff. And honestly, dog, I had a Frisco dog. I had a Kuma and I can't think what the bottom half was. It was coming out off that Cottonham Red Man dog. I want to say not directly off of him, but maybe off one of his sons or something on the bottom. It was a red nose. And this was like modern day times. The dog had a perfect physique, you know what I'm saying? Active, like a mile on a chain running in circles. You know what I'm saying? Had a good long muzzle on him, nice wide head, a kind of chocolate colored dog. I want to say it came off of a Kuma, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, man, you know, I like the Red Boy Jocko. I'm just raised up off of it, you know what I'm saying? And then I was blessed to get some good dogs at a young age. I seen a lot of losses with that Red Boy Jocko stuff. I'll be lying to y'all brothers to say, oh, that shit dominating that Jeep or that Chinaman or whatever. Nah, man. Listen, over the years, if I'm talking about 1 year, yeah, I might can say something about 1 year. But we talking about 30 years, man. You see a bloodline go up, down, up, down, up, down. You see brothers saying, oh, they doing this. Now you see brothers saying they doing that. Or now brothers saying, oh, only these people got champions off of them. You know what I'm saying? Or this or that about them. You know, you go see so many different things about the lines that's your favorite line over a period of time. You know, even the Garner stuff. At one period, you know, maybe that stuff was unstoppable. And it still might be unstoppable in your area, you know, because a lot of brothers, you know, dogs don't see certain areas. Dogs only see the areas that their owners take them to. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times when we talk trash about a dog, you know, certain dogs can't be stopped in certain places. You know what I'm saying? It don't mean that they ducking or dodging. It just mean no dog can be all over the world at the same damn time. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, man, the Frisco dogs, I think when it comes to a dog man, and when it comes to breeding, and when it comes to keeping his genetics flowing in his dog, Garner did a good job. I think, and this is not trying to dick ride or nothing, because y'all know I do talk shit about Garner's dogs. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I came up on this right here. I came up on this statement. When you ask me, do I like the Frisco dogs? Yeah, I like them, man. Go get you one. You know what I'm saying? Because they're going to keep that money in my pocket. You know what I'm saying? Back in my days, that's the motto we came up on as Red Boy Jocko man. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, like I said, man, we kind of came up in the era, you know, you're not too much younger than me. We came up in the era where we didn't always have the internet. So when you don't always have the internet, you really have no access to these millions of dog brothers that we got now. So you kind of make sure you stick to whoever doing right and whoever got the right stuff, and you stick with them and you make sure you hold it down with them. You know what I'm saying? So I had the Garner stuff. I like that, but you know, I had some bad luck with it. And one thing I will say, Samurai, when I had the Garner stuff, I was greener. You know what I'm saying? I was greener as a dog man. That's another thing that makes a difference. When you're not a well-seasoned dog man and you get a dog that a well-seasoned dog man should have, you as a green dog man, you make all kind of mistakes with the dog. I get that Frisco dog, I'm supposed to do this with it, I'm supposed to do that with it. I'm doing completely the opposite. You know what I'm saying? Ruining the dog. And then I get out there, get on my show and say, oh, the Frisco dogs ain't shit. You know, but I got to finish that story. When I get up there and say that, I got to finish the story by saying I was 18 when I had the dog. You know what I'm saying? The Frisco dogs that we had, when we had them, I'm going to tell you that I did have some dogs off Dynamo in my later years. I had a dog off Dynamo that he was all right. He was all right. I'm not going to lie about it. He was all right. And we had one off Bobby Peru in my later years, you know, and that dog was all right. You know, we bred him with a dog coming off of Walkamal's Country. We bred him with that male. And they made some little long-looking sausage dog puppies, but I ain't never seen them when they got grown. But anyway, love the Frisco stuff, man. All the talk I be talking is competitive talk. You know what I'm saying? When I talk about Garner, with that dog we had called Black Chance, that's only personal because we bought that dog from Garner. And I'm kind of curious now as a grown man, why did he sell us a champion? You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of curious because I look at it now. If I was selling somebody a champion, because during that time, Garner would have been the age that I am right now. You know? So if I'm selling somebody a champion right now, you know, why would I sell it to him for $1,500 or $2,000? You know what I'm saying? So that's the only question I ask. It's not even saying that the dog wasn't a champion or he wasn't good. I just think the dog may have been sterile. You know what I'm saying? Because we could never get puppies off the dog. You know, and that's why I think he maybe sold us the dog, because maybe he was getting to the point where he couldn't get no puppies off, or he was just throwing one pup now or something like that, because we could never get no pups off of him. So that's the only thing I really asked him. Oh, go ahead, bro.
Hey, so I did want to jump in on it because you say you're Dynamo.
Yeah.
So the Garner line that I really like the most is Dynamite. It has a lot of controversy with that. And this is what people don't realize, bro. I also got a shout out to it's a brother in the chat, man. PBK, he been going him. I gotta give him a shout out. Eric Watson, bro. Eric Watson been preaching right now. So shout out to you, Eric Watson. But
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
with Dynamite, the rumor is that there's Red Boy, the Cottingham Red Man stuff in Dynamite. And this is my thing, why I ran to it as opposed to running away from it. One, because I don't box them, that don't really matter. But I look at it like this. I was raised like you. In the Carolinas, I was raised on Red Boy Jocko. My mentor he would talk junk about it. If it was Red Boy Rascal, it was cool. But if it had that Jeep in there, he didn't like it. And he hated Frisco dogs. He said the only thing he said good about him was when you get a good one, you got a good one, but they're not consistent. That was what I was told as a child, right?
Yeah.
So moving forward with that, I ran to the Dynamite stuff because I was like, oh, okay, well, some people saying, well, it's got Red Boy in it. And I'm thinking to myself, that's what I was gonna do with it anyways. So if I can go buy a dog that's already crossed up how I want it, you know what I'm saying, and have that, cool. You know, because the papers don't make the dog make the papers. And the second thing is rumors work like this. I had a girlfriend of mine when I was in high school, right? We broke up and she went and told everybody that I ate her booty. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I said I ate her booty. And this back when MySpace was popping, man. And I was like, man, I'm ruined. I can't go to school, you know. Do you know in my inbox, I had about 30 girls hit me up because that's what they into. And so when you know what I'm saying, regardless whether a rumor is true or not, and that rumor ain't true, let me go ahead and say that for y'all brothers in the chat, because y'all brother like the roaster brother. But when a rumor like that come out, that's when you find the people that's for them dogs.
Mm-hmm.
And then as far as selling you the champion, I wanted to address that real quick too. I was talking to brother Big A this morning because I got a litter of puppies in the backyard right now. I got 2 of them that survived out of a 4 puppy litter. And I told Big A, I said, Big A, if one of these puppies is a female, and that puppy is easier to train than the mama, that mama getting sold. I don't care how good of a mama dog she is. Because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to increase the potential of my bloodline. And so if he sold it, that means that whatever he had on his yard, that dog wasn't, because Garner, I'm not going to Tom Garner know what he's doing. He breeding, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like bred enough dogs to have an eye for it. I understand why he would let a champion go, because I had a dog named Hendrix that was gamer than Saki, but he was just fight crazy. And that doesn't work for my program. So if you got a dog that don't work for your program, I don't care how good it is.
Yeah.
If you don't do what you're trying to push forward, I would let it go. And I'm gonna drop the mic on that one.
Yeah, you're right about that, dog. You're right about that. And the one we had coming down off Dynamo, he was a red nose, an orange color red nose. But when I was talking about it, not before I really looked at the pedigree, because when we got the dog, it wasn't my dog, it was my homeboy dog, because I wasn't a Garner fan at the time as far as his bloodline. But you know, he was my partner. So we had the dog, and when I look at his pedigree, he had the Cottingham Red Man stuff on the bottom side. But I'm not sure what the Dynamo dog was coming down directly off. I think he was off Dynamite. But he had the Red Man stuff on the bottom side, so that kind of made me feel kind of comfortable as far as the red nose. You know, once I went back and looked at it. You know what I'm saying? But shit, man. Another dog I like Garner got, that Santos dog, man.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
He really throw a lot of his puppies I be seeing, they kind of look like him. You know, I think that dog may be a prepotent dog or something, because he have dogs that be grandkids of Santos, and you can look at them sometime. You know, and we had a Santos and Red Boy female that my homeboy still got them now, out in the country. She Red Boy and Santos, and she's still showing traits of that Santos, and that's like in her. I think it's like great granddaddy or something like that. But she still got them slanted eyes, looking like Santos. You know, you can still see it in her. So I think that dog probably is a good dog, you know, as far as breeding and whatever he's throwing off and stuff like that.
PBK, I can tell you from experience, because my Bacardi dog is a great granddaughter of Santos. And if you go on my Instagram, I went and copy and pasted every dog off Santos, just like you saying, that's in my pedigree. And you got Santos, you got Garner, and it's Garner and somebody's Carmelo. You got Garner's Jasmine, and all of these dogs are, you know, 3rd and 4th generation, or either some of them even 2nd generation of Bacardi's pedigree. And I was trying to show that other than her red nose, that all of that Santos blood is there. And I tell you another thing about the Santos dogs, it is really good for those y'all who are confirmation shows. Santos and his offspring are naturally confirmation based. Because Garner, what he was doing with the Santos line was he was getting a dog that function and form were synced up. So what he was looking for was if a dog is correct in its structure, it typically can work easier and longer. And so I stand on that Santos blood, bro. I salute you for saying that.
Oh yeah, man. That's like any brothers who trying to get their dogs into exercise and or you know, like you said, the structure of the dogs. Garner dogs pretty much they ain't really had no bad reputation for us being well-structured dogs. You know what I'm saying? And you can't really give no dog at the end of the day, we make jokes and we say dogs got stop clocks in their backs and all that. But at the end of the day, man, if you be real about it, you know half the owners of these dogs ain't doing these dogs the right way, ain't taking these dogs out the way they're supposed to be took out back in them days. They weren't doing all that stuff the right way. So dogs get bad reputations. You know what I'm saying? And one thing about it, just like any sport, football, basketball, you're a diehard Cowboys fan. Once you get brothers who like whatever lines they like, you know what I'm saying? Just that's that's what they're gonna roll with. Especially old school brothers. Your younger brothers are more likely to change up because you ain't seeing certain things and to be hooked on certain lines. But most of my older brothers, them boys get solid in their ways, and they only rocking with the Carvinos, they only rocking with the Eli stuff, or they only rocking with the Jeep stuff. You know what I'm saying? They die hard with it. Whether they win, lose this time, they still gonna rock with it. They gonna get another strand of it, another son off of it, or grandson off of it. You just have some brothers that be like that. But I guess that's how it felt with me with the Eli stuff, the Garner stuff. I was kind of in the Red Boy Jocko area with the Red Boy and Yellow and all of them. And, you know, it's kind of like being in that area. It's kind of like, you know, being a Cowboy fan, but you living right there by that damn stadium. You know what I'm saying? You living within, 7-8 miles of the stadium. It's kind of hard not to be a Cowboy fan then. You know what I'm saying? You have, too much, stuff right there. I got all the dogs right here in this area. So it kind of, a lot of brothers kind of flocked to that Red Boy Jocko back in the days. And you seen a lot of good things coming from it. And like I said before, what we never realized, that we never paid attention to, was a lot of the dogs that got outdid, or a lot of the dogs that we thought was bad. Sometimes it was because the keep they was on. Sometimes it was because they came in on the wrong program, or however it was. It wasn't always on the dog, but the dog always took the blame. The same way the Pitbull take the blame for a lot of the stuff that going across this country. They take the blame for them losses. When all the time, I tell you right now, I made a mistake on my loss when I did, one time when I didn't bring him out on the right time. I was supposed to bring him out. I made a mistake. So I know I'm the reason that dog lost. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, now, when the brothers go out laughing and talking shit, Pelican BAy lost, but they wouldn't have knew me by Pelican BAy then. They would have just knew me by my street name. But I'm just saying Pelican BAy lost. Now they've been talking shit about the blood just because I didn't do it right. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, man, one thing I can say good about that Frisco stuff, that Garner stuff, that Chinaman stuff, anything you trying to do, that stuff is making athletic dogs. And especially, I can imagine if brothers was using it for shuts and that type of stuff like that. I got a brother that do that type of training and stuff too, and he use them dogs that coming off of chemo. Them brothers and sisters using them dogs that coming down off that chemo stuff. And man, them dogs make great structured dogs. You know what I'm saying? Especially for that sport. And they're gonna be great in the other lane, for the lane that nobody does no more.
Hey,
yeah, go ahead.
So, bro, you said something about not knowing how to work them, and I got to give it a cure, brother Cure. I can't remember Cure something Kennels, man. I can't remember your whole name, bro. I'm not trying to insult you, but he said the dog man can put wind in their dog. That is a true statement. Just like conditioning an athlete, if you know what you're doing, you can bring it up to its maximum potential, bro. That's a true statement. And PBK, you said something about that chemo dog, and I'll tell you right now, I'm scared to use that line of dogs or the yellow Red Boy Jocko dogs for protection work. And I have a pure Red Boy Jocko dog from Ready Red. It came straight from Walkmart to him to my hands, right? And so I'm scared to use them because of their drive. The chemo dogs and the Red Boy Jocko dogs, for those of y'all who do watch me and know that I do bite work, it's certain lines I won't use because I think they are their abilities, what I've seen with their athleticism, their abilities, their intensity level, I don't feel comfortable doing it with my skill level. And that's another thing I do. I'm glad you brought it up, bro, because I don't have the skill level to raise a dog with that potential. Like that yellow dog you got, that mellow yellow dog.
Yeah,
nah, bro, I couldn't do it. She looks like a walk dog, And
yeah.
so my dog, what the hell is her name?
Damn, I done had so many dogs, man. Oh man, Dior, that's her name. Dior. She's at Apache Kennels right now because she don't fit on my yard. She does not fit. That dog is fight crazy. That dog wakes up in the morning and growls at people when I can feed her in the morning, but Apache, he said, Drake, that dog you sent me, that dog, I had to give her about 5 minutes in the morning to just run circles on the chain and smell me before I go over there and feed her because she had grabbed me by my pants leg, you know, a very intense dog. And the chemo dogs that I've seen were like that. You know, if you're a strong dog, man, I'm not that strong of a dog, man. I know my limitations. And yeah, you made that point very, very clear, bro. And I just want to say, man, bringing up the chemo and the Conan stuff, I would never use that for bite work, never. And I'm gonna yield the floor.
It was they real serious about it. But you know, one thing I started training Mellow Yellow with because dog, I felt like with the Red Boy Jocko dealing with that line a long time. That line, you know, some of them walk dogs been aggressive lately, and that's coming from the inbreeding. You know what I'm saying? But the way Mellow Yellow does is not coming from the inbreeding. It's coming from her being around that crazy ass damn Malawi, and then her being with me so much when I took her in, and then she around that Malawi, you know, she just learning all kind of bad habits when she, you know, was about 3 and 4 months old and 5 months old. Her brother and the rest of the dogs all the little don't act nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Just because the way I raised her and I started doing the training. I wanted to train a Red Boy Jocko dog because I felt like there's one of the dogs that was people friendly out of all the dogs. That's what my opinion was. You know, out of all the dogs, I felt like it would have been one of my hardest ones to train as far as bringing any aggression out of them. You know what I'm saying? But then, you know, I started doing them. I started training with Mellow Yellow. I started seeing that she was sitting and staring and all that just as fast as the Malawi was. You know what I'm saying? You know, you get certain things that's different on the pit compared to the Malawi, like their attention level. The Pitbull gonna have shorter attention spans, where the Malawi gonna stay there and focus a little bit longer. You know what I'm saying? But if you really want to start training that Pitbull at 2 months old, you can do it, man. From the time that dog eating real dog food, you can do it. I'm telling you, only reason I say real dog food because when you start giving dogs treats and stuff, you kind of want to make sure they got some type of lining on their stomach because them treats gonna have their stomach loose and all that type of junk. You know what I'm saying? And in order to get real training out your dog, you're gonna have to have something outside of his regular food. You gonna get he'll come take your regular food out your hand, but if he take your regular food out, his regular food out your hand, imagine and watch what they do when you put a piece of microwave cooked sausage or some raw sausage just straight out the refrigerator. Raw beef sausage or something, you put that in your hand. I'm telling you, get them to do circles and all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Actually, other than Merino, Mellow Yellow was more trained than any other dog in my yard. She more trained than Anime is. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to training, I can get Anime to jump the fences and all that type of stuff, you know, and do all that. But I'm talking about far as and Anime heel and all that. But you know, far as the you know, more up to date training, Mellow Yellow is more modern with her training. Now, when I bring Merino into your obedience training, I'm trying to do, I might do it in the next couple of days. I ain't trained him in over a year. You know what I'm saying? And when I do my training, I'm not even gonna use an e-collar. I'm just gonna go straight off whatever, most likely. And this is something, you know, my brothers who ain't really big in training yet, they, you know, you might learn or you can learn. When you take breaks, a dog don't need training every single day. I ain't talking about obedience training. I'm talking about specifically like bite work and stuff like that. You know, you take breaks on that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then watch when I bring Merino out to do the training with the treats. Once he know I got treats in my hand, and watch when I bring him out, he gonna be on everything crisp. He gonna be a little rust at first. He gonna be a little dusty. Let me rephrase that because there's a difference between dust and rust. You know, you shake that dust off. He gonna be a little dusty at first, but then he gonna be on point and he gonna be doing it so fast. Because when you train him every day, a dog get bored. You start to see him move slow. He don't run to the command as fast as he used to. Now he getting bored. But when you take that little break, because a dog get mentally tired too. It's like you get mentally tired.
Sir. Yes, sir. Tell him. Preach, BBK.
You gotta let him,
there you go.
Yeah, you gotta let him just free his mind and let him be a dog for a little while. You know what I'm saying? Then when you bring him back, shit, you watch how he do. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that joke will be on it. Bam, 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 bam,
hey,
bam.
You know what that is, Pelican BAy? I tell a lot of people that. So your dog assignment in the beginning, if you're doing it every day, it start being like, it's not assignment no more. It's a command. When you bring it back out, after a while, it's like, ooh, it's back up again. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's what I do my dog. Like, when I don't do the sleeve every day on no dog. I do it every blue moon to see if they're gonna catch on to it and see how they act when I bring it out. I don't want them to come out and they lay down and be like, oh man, here go this stuff right here.
Oh yeah. And one brother was saying something about that's Eric Watson down there. Salute the brother Eric Watson. Saying the Red Boy Jocko maybe crossed, a little too deep already. And I'm gonna tell you the honest truth. When it comes to Fletcher, and Mellow Yellow, Mellow Yellow, I done bred it with JD or whatever, but when it comes to them, I'm not gonna inbreed, like say if I breed Fletcher to Mellow Yellow, I'm not gonna keep inbreeding them anymore like that. Because Fletcher don't got no outs from Yellow. All the way from Yellow back to Jocko, back to Red Boy, Fletcher don't got no outs in them. Mellow Yellow don't got no outs in them. All the way back to Yellow, Red Boy, and Jocko, Mr. Chavis dogs, no outs in them. So I'm not, just like you said down there, brother, I know over periods of time you lose certain things when you come to breeding them dogs like that. And you get certain type of attitudes, you get all kind of crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? You might not get no special looking dogs with the missing feet or missing eyes or whatever, but you get the crazy traits that you don't really want. You don't desire in your kennel. So I'm breed, I'm gonna do my inbreeding and stuff like that, but I ain't gonna be fooled, especially knowing I've been dealing with that line of dogs for a long time. You know what I'm saying? I know I gotta go out with them. You know what I'm saying? Go out to something else, whether it gotta be something to my satisfaction. You know what I'm saying? I got a brother that's got some Sorrels and some of that big giant stuff out there crossed up. You know what I'm saying? He's supposed to holler at me. But I'm gonna make some stuff in, man. Cause at the end of the day, you get the bigger your gene pool is, the more healthier your dogs is. At the end of the day, if you got a brother who got every damn bloodline, literally, and I'm talking about they didn't peddle no puppies, he got real legitimate papers, and he got Eli, Chinaman, Jeep, Bolio, Red Boy Jocko. He got every damn line you could damn think of in his damn papers. That brother probably got the healthiest dogs out of all of them. His puppies don't die. His puppies don't die. He don't got to worm them out. They gonna live. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got to worry about trying to do all the extra stuff with his dogs. They got good structure. I bet you they shape right. You know what I'm saying? All that. Can
I say something, Pelican BAy?
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
So my knowledge of these dogs is, and I learned from many people who breed these dogs. A lot of people will go take a dog that already got good mouth, and because of the pedigree, breed it when they need win. They need structure, but they don't go that way. So at the end of the day, to make a complete dog, you got to know what your dog, like you said, my dog missing win. You got to know what it's missing to know what you got to add in. Just like Samurai Sword said, he wanted to do something with his dog, add something to his dog for this and that. That's because you got to know what your dog is missing. When you don't know what your dog missing, you can make a dog complete and forget to put the win, or you can make a dog complete and forget to put mouth in there, or you can make a dog complete, you call complete and forget to put structure in there. You got to know what you missing to be able to know it, because a lot of people are running one bloodline. Like, I'm a red boy all the way down, and knowing that Red Boy has been losing win, you still inbreeding it, so now you shorten win more and more. That's what people don't know. You shorten it. Like, it might have 45, it might have had 3 years ago, before y'all start doing it, might have had 45 minutes, an hour, then go down to 45 minutes, then go down to 30 minutes, because you're shortening it, because that trait is getting worse. And like, when you get good traits when you inbreed, and you get bad traits. Bad traits might not be the look of the dog, it might just be the mouth, the wing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what it be.
And truthfully, some of the bad traits we can't really see in the dogs until they get grown. We can sell puppies all day long, and certain things we can see in our dogs that that we can really see when they puppies, as far as trait wise. But then some things we can't see until the dogs get too older than what we sell them. You know what I'm saying? So like, say if I'm selling puppies 1 month or 2 month old, I can't really see the bad traits that may possibly pop up 9, 10 months old, 11 months old, and stuff like that. So you can't really do a whole lot of selected breeding unless you keeping your dogs. You can do certain kind of selecting. Sometimes you can select, because certain dogs have shapes and different things. You can kind of see certain things on the puppies or whatever. But for the most part, you got to kind of keep them dogs until they get old enough for you to really see if this dog got the traits that you desire, for certain things. Now with me, I'm gonna give you a quick example. All right, with the last litter I had, only thing I looked for, I didn't look for nothing actually. I just kept the smallest dog off the litter. That was my whole thing. It wasn't no reason to do it. It's just what I did the last litter, mellow yellow litter. I kept the smallest dog off the litter. You know, she wasn't no runner, nothing like that. She was just the smallest bone frame dog. Off this litter, I kept the smallest dog. The dog wasn't the smallest bone frame, but it was the smallest one. But at the same time, she was one of the best acting ones, not aggressive wise. She was just trying to escape the cage and trying to get out and trying to climb and get over the dang on pen and all that type of stuff. You know, and I know if I use her for training wise, then that's the type of stuff that I'm looking for. A dog that's doing like that. You know what I'm saying? The other dogs, they're in the cage fighting, scrapping with each other and doing all kind of stuff. All of them do all that. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to me doing any type of training, you know, just for that little 1 month, that I seen that's the type of dog I could do it with. You know, one that's, you know, kind of acting like that. But far as what the next man looking for, you know, for the last 2 litters I had, I didn't pick them off of trying to get the best dog. I gave out the biggest dogs. You know what I'm saying? I gave out the best looking ones, damn near. You know, I like the damn buckskin red. No, that was one of my favorite colors, even though I'm about to start breeding to some other shit because I'm getting tired of them damn red dogs. I ain't gonna lie. I'm about to, you know, throw something else I like up in there. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead, bro.
So I wanted to share this with you because what I'm planning on doing with my pure red boy Jocko stock is there's a kennel, they on the internet, so I'm only gonna say their name because they're already public. Team Adams, they got pure Kobe dogs. And the reason why I would put the Kobe back with the red boy Jocko, and I seen the brother put Bolio in it, that would be my second choice still, would be a Bolio. The Kobe dog is already there, but it's deep in the pedigree. So instead of going to a full out, I would find a Kobe line that's associated with Teal's Jeff and try to breed that back in there. So I'm not going completely away from what originally started. I'm just giving a resurgence to the blood that was already there. You know, and then you can go back to inbreeding because one of the things that I love about the Red Boy dog, and I talked about this on Wednesday night show, was Red Boy is one of the easiest bloodlines to inbreed. To make Yellow John, they took Red Boy to Bass's Cleo. Took a daughter off of that named Bass's Cat, bred it back to Red Boy. Took a daughter off that named Feather and bred that back to Red Boy. Them dogs was triple bred on Red Boy to make Yellow John, who was a 4-time winner champion. And then they did the Jocko Cross. You know, and then they bred on Yellow the same way, heavy like that. So that line is proven, but the common strand there is the Kobe. So personally, I think that's a great one. The Bolio is a newer working cross that I've seen, and that works very well as well. But also, one other thing I wanted to address was Brother Blue asked us what we thought about the assassin dogs. And Brother Blue, it was an assassin dog that made me love the American Pit Bull Terrier. And I want to share that story, and then I'll shut up. When I was about 12 years old, we was playing basketball behind my homeboy house, and this heavy, I ain't gonna say pure, but this heavy bred assassin dog got loose. She was a little brindle dog that wasn't much bigger than a cat. And my homeboy had a dog in one of the little 10 by 10 Walmart chain link fence setups. And the dog ran up on us, and my homeboys ran in the house and locked the door like the dog couldn't lock the door and locked me outside with this pit bull. You know, and the dog, I grabbed a broomstick, and the dog started walking toward me, and she opened her mouth up and started smiling and came up and started licking me, man. But my homeboy dog barked. And when I tell you that dog turned from a dog that was licking my hand, she went over there, and I don't know if y'all watch any of that Dragon Ball Z stuff, but when I tell you that assassin dog, every move my homeboy dog made inside that fence, there was fence fighting. She beat him to the spot every single time. That dog was a combat ready animal, and I couldn't believe that a dog could read another animal that way. You know, she just literally outclassed that dog in every way to outclass that dog. And that's all I have on the assassin dog for you, my brother. And
what an assassin dog coming off of? Is it a Jacob's Assassin 2? That's not the dog y'all talking about, is it?
Yeah, that's the dog he's talking about.
The Assassin Jacob Double Grand Champion Assassin 2 dog? Coming off that stuff?
Yeah, and that's what he said. He said the Jacob's Assassin stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, that dog looked pretty good right here. I ain't never had none of that stuff right there, but look like it's red. The one I'm looking at now, I'm looking at the right dog, is Red Boy on the bottom. And then the Miller stuff, La Posse on the top. La Posse. Carter's Blackie on the top. That's the the sire to him. The one I'm talking about. I don't know if I'm looking at the right dog or not. The one I've seen say Assassin 2, it could be the wrong dog. I could be looking at the wrong.
He said in the chat, he said yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a black dog. He look good too. He look good.
Bella UK, I understand that, bro.
Oh shit, he off. Excuse me, I didn't mean to cut you off. He off Yellow John on the bottom side. Make sure this. Yep, he off Yellow John on the bottom. He off Yellow John daughter. Now, old black rusty dog, old black jet black dog. Go ahead, bro. I ain't mean to cut you off this now.
Nah, you good, man. We just chopping it up, man. And this is good dog talk, bro. He said that blood good still to this day. To this day.
Right.
Oh, let me give a shout out to Dickie Foster, man. A while ago, you had it posted on there. Tip. Hey, let's get it, Dickie.
Yes, sir. Appreciate that, Dickie, man. Appreciate that, Dickie. Appreciate that, Blue, down there with your input down there in the chat, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. Hey, I don't like doing brother and sister breeding all the time, either Bella UK, but for this particular reason, just got to do it. You know what I'm saying? I got to do it with these. I got to, make these breedings happen. Normally, I wouldn't do it like that, but just got to make these breedings happen. Sometimes you got to make breedings, doing however you got to do them. 46 say, got to put that heat maker stuff to that boomer stuff. Yeah, that boomer stuff. I've been hearing a lot of people talk good about the boomer, the heat maker stuff. I've been hearing a lot of people talk about it. Coleman's dope, man. I never heard of that dog, but I know the brother Coleman is a certified dog, man. So I'm quite sure that dog was bred up right. You know about any of y'all brothers know about that dog, Coleman's dope, man?
Nah, man. Give me the line. I ain't.
No, I don't want to lie either. I don't know nothing about that dog.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, it's 2:30. It's not time-wise. We done been here 2:30, man. I appreciate y'all brothers rocking with me tonight, man. Samurai, I appreciate you, man. You want to say anything before you get up out of here?
Yeah, man. I want to say thank you to you, Nanny Dogs, in the chat. Man, I really enjoyed myself this Sunday afternoon, brother. Thank you.
Hey, ain't no problem, man. What's going on with you, Nanny? You want to lead the chat with anything before you get up out of here?
You got to know the dogs before you breed the dogs. That's the only thing I got to tell people. You got to know the dogs before you breed the dogs.
Yes, sir, man. You don't know them. You're going to be breeding up a lot of shit. You don't know what's coming out. You know what I'm saying? Eric Watson said, you ever heard of Orca? I think that's that Mayday stuff, ain't it? Or that Lucane or Mayday stuff or Barracuda stuff or something like that. It's coming down off that Mayday stuff. Yeah, I heard of him or heard of her. Yes, sir, man. But y'all brothers have a great night. I had Brother Samurai up here rock with me tonight. Brother Home of the Nanny Dog rock with me tonight. Y'all subscribe to their channel if you ain't subscribed yet. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, like we was talking about during the show. Don't forget that Digital Dog Show time is ticking. And don't forget, Down South Bottom Kennels is rocking down there in Louisiana, May the 18th. If you're down in that area, get your things together. Drop down with the dogs. And one thing that brother said, don't forget, you don't got to be registered in no certain registry to compete in his show. Bring your dog in the fit. You can bring your dog and compete. It's no excuse. Unless you don't got a pit bull, it's no excuse. So salute all them brothers. Y'all have a safe and great night. Y'all stay legal out there. Like I always say, PBK now is giving it to you. Some gonna like it, some ain't. We out.